rumor is that there was an on-set clash on Avengers Doomsday. A couple big actors, one of them made a comment, the other one didn't like it. They got upset. They got a condition we call butthurt. Oh my God, don't say that about me. Big explosion happened on set. But they patched everything back up and everybody's good. Imagine if it was Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. I could see that. Ryan Reynolds makes a joke because, he improvs. Right. Robert Downey maybe took a little offense to it. Big blow up. You got Deadpool fighting Dr. Doom right on the set for real. Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's likely to include the symbiote. So we saw at the end of No Way Home that little piece. Sure. There's still a piece of this, Venom goo. Or symbiote.
Venom ejaculate.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was also some in the last Venom too, the Last Dance or whatever the fuck it was. So it was a little.
They're just leaving it everywhere, dude. Fucking little Hershey squirts everywhere. So this Venom shat was left in a bar in Superman is expected to finish up about $625 million. Not bad, not amazing. I read somewhere the first time since 2011 that a superhero movie hasn't reached $700 million at the worldwide box office. Broman's back, Broman Williams, and when the fuck were you going live on TikTok, bro? Broman, I was there, bro. Friday, 7 p.m. Where were you, dude? Are you gonna be there next Friday at 7? I hope so. Avengers Doomsday news and rumors. Dr. Doom is allegedly gonna have an ally, Adrian, and your boy, another doctor, Dr. Dre. No, Dr. Stephen Strange. All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, bro? It's only Mike and Adrian.
It's only Mike.
I'm only Mike. You're only Adrian.
Well, there is only Adrian, and then there's only Mike, meaning there's only one of us.
Correct.
There you go.
We should legally change our names for that. Only Mike, only Adrian.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. You want to introduce yourself like that to new people?
No, Diddy fucked it up for everybody.
I don't know how it connects, but you know what?
Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy,
name change
Love.
Thing.
Well, that's all that bullshit,
Yep. Now his name is just locked up. But hey guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming out. We have a lot of fun going on today. There's a lot of shit going on. Let's get to. Look at that. Both of us on screen. Only Mike and only Adrian on screen at the same time. The only place you're gonna see that is right fucking here. So,
well, I mean, you might see it at some other places, but you won't be as entertained.
Absolutely, that's the truth. This is Only Comics, but a lot of it is just based on entertainment. Right. I mean, we may talk about some other stuff. We may talk about some pro wrestling, some movies. Who the fuck knows what we're going to talk about today?
Well, it's entertaining if you like our style of entertainment.
True, 100%. We're going to start, dude, by getting into some of the recent movies that came out. Believe it or not, we are at the end of the movie run for comic book movies this year. Okay. No other comic book movies are scheduled. Isn't that kind of crazy? It's August.
I'm not going to get a Christmas short or something?
No, dude. Dude, you've been asking for a Christmas movie for a long time.
Ever since like in Guardians of the Galaxy, that was pretty cool.
Dude, what's funny is before we got on, we were talking a little bit about Peacemaker, which we're going to get into later. But James Gunn's been on a hell of a fucking run, dude. For a movie director?
Yeah.
I mean, think about the Guardians movies. Did all three of those. Got fired after the second one because, someone dug up some tweet that he put out when he was like 20 years old. And they're like, now that you're 50 and you're doing something with your life, we're going to try to cancel you. Disney fired him, and then everybody petitioned to have him back. They gave him his shot. He did Guardians 3. Then he jumped over to DC. Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, I wasn't a huge fan of. But, dude, Creature Commandos was great. Now he's in charge of the DCU. Peacemaker season 1, Superman, and just starting Peacemaker season 2. So far, so good. Yeah. My man's been on a run, dude.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and the Guardians Christmas special.
There you go.
So maybe he can, maybe someone else could do a Christmas movie for us.
Hey, always. It's like just because somebody don't see your value, that doesn't mean that other people aren't watching.
Absolutely.
So, Marvel didn't see the value of keeping him. DC snapped him up.
Snatched him up.
He's on the roll.
Yep. So anyways, we are going to get into Peacemaker a little bit later. Also, dude, being 2025, it's a 30-year anniversary and a 35 anniversary for a lot of movies and things that honestly shaped my childhood, the 90s. But the 90s is looked at as like just awesome era, at least for me, because I grew up in the 90s. Now you're older than me.
Right.
Were the 90s like cool as shit to you or no?
Nah, 90s was just like a rest from the 80s.
Damn. So the 80s was the shit for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a 90s kid. Like I was born in 85, but
Sure.
90s was but we're going to get in and also on other stuff, which if you don't know is our other podcast that comes out every Wednesday on hump day. So when you're humping, you can get into some other stuff.
There you go.
We talk about just, a little bit of comics and a lot of other things.
Yes.
But I'm just give you a little preview. I'm gonna dig into the 90s a little bit on our next other stuff. So people ask for a nostalgia segment. It's back, Adrian, this week. So that's on the other stuff. But for now, let's get into some news and rumors. And we're gonna kind of look at this as the beginning of this podcast is gonna be a superhero movie recap. Okay. So we've had 4 superhero movies, comic book movies, hit the theaters this year. We had Captain America: Brave New World. That was early in February or something.
Damn, that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, dude. February. Yeah. So over 6 months, right?
I mean, when you're in streaming in 2 weeks, so I guess it is a long time ago, right?
Absolutely. And then Thunderbolts, I want to say was May, which that has not hit Disney Plus yet. I think you can. I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, Superman's already, on, but who knows?
No, Thunderbolts is somewhere. I know I've seen it on one of the platforms.
You can probably buy it.
Yeah.
Rent it.
It might be on. I don't know.
Yeah, make sure you rewind though.
Yeah,
be kind, rewind, as they say. Dude, remember that back in the day?
Oh yeah. The race car motif rewinder and shit. Yeah, just pop that bad boy in. Oh yeah.
Yep. Dude, that was
because they charge you if you.
They charge you. Dude, that was the beginning of what, in gaming, we call microtransactions, where you buy the game, and then if you want this outfit, you want this gun,
right?
Or you want to be able to unlock these things, pay X, right?
Yep.
Bro, I rented the movie, I watched the shit, I returned it. Well, I didn't rewind it. You have this advanced fucking rewind machine that does it in 30 seconds, and I gotta pay. What was it, $1 or something?
Yep.
That's some bullshit.
Right. Hey, but I'm sure they made millions off of that shit.
Oh my God.
And they still went under.
Absolutely, yeah. You couldn't stay afloat with that. Dude, that's like the bank's overdraft fee. It's literally the same bullshit. Y'all had the money, I went over, now I gotta pay you $30 too?
Wait a minute. Speaking of banks, right? So not only do they pay you shit on interest, right? But if you don't keep a certain amount of money in there, dude, they hitting you for $14, $15 a month and shit. It's like, what the fuck is that? Wait a minute. So I don't have enough money, so you're gonna charge me more money? Come on, dog.
Crazy. Yo, we need that on this shirt. Come on, dog. That's how you know, Adrian. You're not up here. You're getting there, dude. You're getting there. It's you're the claws are coming out.
That's it.
Well, anyway, so we had 4. We had Thunderbolts, and then we had Superman, and then Fantastic Four: First Steps. Solid year of comic book movies as a fan, right? I wouldn't say we learned that none of those would be top 10 movies, but definitely much better than things of the past, So what I wanted to talk a little bit about is the numbers. Now, box office numbers, we kind of make fun of people that make this the end all be all, because at the end of the day, I don't work for Disney or WB. So I don't think you do, right? You haven't got a job there in the past week.
I have not.
So this ain't my money. I look at these numbers when we do this show, but it is an indication too of if the numbers are decent, we'll get more content.
Sure.
And I think we all win out if we get more content, right? Sometimes people forget they're fans. Everybody thinks they're a critic and shit. It was so bad, we'll just enjoy some shit. Fuck. But Superman is the clear winner at the box office this year. Does that surprise you at all?
Kinda, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one do you think you would have had your money on?
Probably Fantastic Four.
Really?
Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. No, I'm not surprised because the universe kind of revolves around the top 2 or 3 characters in comic books all together.
Yeah.
Superman, Spider-Man, Wolverine is kind of recent in the last 10 to 15 years. The Hulk, things like that. But Superman is and Batman, of course.
Yeah.
So if any of those movies come out against something else, they would probably get more revenue than anybody else. I just wanted Fantastic Four.
Okay.
You know what? I just wanted Fantastic Four to not do what it did in the past.
Yes.
So outside of that, no, I'm not surprised that it's number one.
Yeah.
Kind of expected it being Superman. But I'm just glad that Fantastic Four did as well as it did.
Right. Yeah. Could have done better, but could have been a lot worse too.
Oh, absolutely. They've done a lot of worse. We've
seen it. We've seen it. I'm with you. It's not a surprise, but I think for the same thing, what you're kind of saying, like it's the brand name, dude.
Right.
Right. Like you expect those top tier characters to do better. He's more well known than Fantastic Four.
Sure.
But now Fantastic Four. So all right, Superman is expected to finish up about $625 million. Not bad. Not amazing. This is, I read somewhere, the first time since 2011 that a superhero movie hasn't reached 700 million at the worldwide box office. So first time in a long time.
Okay.
Which, I mean, whatever. I also think it's a different time too, dude. Yeah. Like back then, maybe the economy was in a place where going to the movies was not a big deal. Now, like you've pointed out, dude, it's a fucking money grab, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like some people you cash in stock and like take out a loan, you know, if you go more than once a year.
Right.
Ticket prices have, damn near doubled, I think, since the beginning of this whole, superhero movie craze.
Right. And then, you add in things like there's this real big push on home entertainment. And home entertainment isn't just, the TV in the living room anymore. People are building theaters in their homes.
Right.
They there's outdoor screens and shit.
Yeah.
These high definition projectors and stuff. Matter of fact, that's my next move.
Yeah.
Probably by next summer, you're looking at like a 150-foot screen in your backyard. You go and do some shit. All you got to do is wait a couple more weeks.
Right.
Instead of spending $250, going to the movie theater. Yes, it's an experience.
Yeah.
You might have to dodge the occasional, hackler or heckler or whatever.
Or that one guy.
Yes.
Like, bro, why the fuck are you chewing like that? You don't have to chew the popcorn that fucking. No one's gonna take it from you.
Exactly.
Just relax.
Exactly. Or the one that breathes through his pores.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like, it sounds like he's sleeping, but he's awake. Right. That's crazy. So you might have to dodge those.
Right.
But I think a lot of people are just fucking waiting, dude. Yeah. Because they can rent it for $4.99, right. $8.99, whatever.
And it's a matter of a few weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of these movies, if they do really well, it's 90 days.
Right.
And even that's a quick turnaround. Yep. You want to talk about the 90s? Remember when you have to wait about a year for the movie to come out and then some?
Yeah, because they had to go press those what was it?
VHS.
The VHS tapes first.
Yeah.
Then it came the Blu-rays,
DVDs.
But they still had, the VHS shit.
Right.
So DVDs, Blu-ray,
and then Blu-rays, yep.
And now it's just streaming.
Yeah.
They still press, some, physical shit, but
not nearly as much.
No.
But and then also when you'd wait a year, and when they first were released, the only way to see these movies were to rent them from a video store.
No.
You couldn't buy them from the store.
I'm not talking about the store either.
What?
Bro man's trunk.
You can get them there. You can get them there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, people walking in front of the screen and shit.
Yeah. Bro. And if you know, like if your local barbershop had an area where they sold videotapes, we had the same upbringing, bro.
Yep. And fragrances.
Yes.
And Chinese food.
That's right, everything. Bro. The oil, sandalwood.
Oh, yeah.
Egyptian musk and sandalwood were the go-to, bro.
Sandalwood, Egyptian musk. My shit is opium, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, this is where Only Comics. Right now, you're watching Only Comics, where we discuss comics and only comics.
Yeah, and this stuff.
Sometimes some Egyptian musk,
There you go.
You got to break it out every once in a while. Dude, the worst shit, though, is like, that stuff was cool, but if you're doing that now, maybe slow it down a little bit, dude. Maybe go get yourself a fragrance at one of these malls, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard mall come up a couple times today, bro. What's up?
I've been living in the malls, dude. Getting ready for school every week. We're at a damn mall.
Not having, I do now, but at one point, there was just me and the wife.
Yeah.
Right? Just cruising.
Right.
And you forget about the whole cycle of school. Mm-hmm. The starting, the fucking notebooks, the
event.
school, it's an event.
Yeah.
And it lasts a little while.
Right.
So you actually have to plan around that shit, meaning don't put your life around the couple of weeks before school starts and a few weeks after school starts. Yep. Just erase your shit.
Yeah, no, it's an event, dude. And when you got 3 in school, like, holy shit, dude. We left yesterday. I'm like, y'all are done shopping, right? And it kind of like got signed. I said, well, I'm done shopping for school. That's all I know. If anything, I told them, if you want anything else, you better learn how to steal clothes and not get caught. Right. I'm just kidding. I don't endorse that. All right, so Superman, $625 million is where it's expected to be at. Fantastic Four, second place. They're predicted to settle about $525 million, which is not bad.
No.
You know, did anyone think, you know, they were going to hit $1 billion? I don't think so. I think Marvel probably had higher expectations for them, but I'm not mad at a $525 million with the Fantastic Four, who you and I are big fans. A lot of people watching are, but let's be honest, the masses.
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know. And I think what you pointed out probably made it even harder. The fact that they shat on the Fantastic Four cinematically, shat 3 times in a fucking row.
Right.
Because you could, I mean, there's some elements of those movies that are enjoyable, but as a whole, they're not good movies. Right.
And then you throw in the whole fucking race swapping stuff.
Yes.
And you know, the uncles, nephews,
adopted, whatever,
it's
that.
So the very last one, you confused the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And then you made that weird ass version of Doctor Doom.
Right.
And then you had the first movies where Doctor Doom basically had like Magneto type powers. Yeah. Like you didn't even get the power set right, nothing. So anyways, $525 million, you have to look at that as a new franchise. I mean, the MCU's been around for since 2008, but a lot of the characters you're seeing movies from are characters we've known for a long time.
Right.
These are characters now joining this universe. Then you have Captain America, Brave New World. This thing, you know, petered out, Adrian, at about $415 million. So not great. I doubt they made their money back on that one. And then Thunderbolts, ironically, is the year's best reviewed superhero movie. So from a critic standpoint, the best one out of these 4. But that was the lowest box office results at $383 million.
Well, I'm assuming it had the best critic reviews because they really didn't expect anything from it.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And it delivered, dude.
Yeah.
Now, so you know me, I love to rank things. You know, we were on live. We're on TikTok. Shout out to everybody who was on TikTok live on Friday. I'm going to be doing that every Friday, 7 p.m. for the most part. That's what I'm going to try. And then who knows, maybe Adrian might pop in one day here. But we had Slapper Wrestling on there, dude, down in my boy down in Australia. So it was like time travel because it was 7:00 at night for me on Friday. It was Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to him.
Damn.
So we basically did time travel.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
I'm like Reed Richards down in my basement, dude.
Well, you didn't time travel. The communication.
Okay.
Technically.
Right. So I didn't discover.
Technical.
So I don't get credit for it?
No.
Well, if Christopher Columbus discovered America, then I discovered time travel.
You know, if you apply those rules, sure.
Yes, there we go. But Slapper was on. Our boy LB. LB's been in the comments in the past. He chimed in. We had a lot of fun. So shout out to everybody that jumped on, everyone that was dropping comments. And yeah, we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. on Friday. But so Thunderbolts, best reviewed superhero movie of the year. I like to rank things. So I'm going to rank these movies from, you know, I guess how I feel about where they rank. Best movie out of these 4. Actually, start with the worst. The worst movie out of these 4 for me.
And I want to see if your ranking matches what I'm thinking that you're going to rank them at.
All right. Or you want to predict my bottom one?
I'm thinking your bottom one is going to be who was it? Was it Captain America?
Yep, Captain America.
Thunderbolts, Superman, and
Fantastic
Four. So your bottom was going to be Captain America.
Yes, my bottom one is Captain America. Yep. My second to last one, this is where it's hard, dude, because I'll say what we said about the MCU list. This is where there's a gap.
Right.
I enjoyed Captain America: Brave New World, but there's a massive gap between that movie and these other three.
Sure.
I'm gonna say that the next one for me is Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Like I thought, and like I said, these are close now. So you got this gap like this. You got Captain America here, Thunderbolts, and then right above Thunderbolts, this is gonna be hard. I just rewatched Superman last night.
Yeah, I know.
And I liked it a lot more.
Yep. So it's gonna be Fantastic Four, then Superman. You don't want to say that.
I don't.
But that's reality.
Hold on, I gotta think about this.
Oh boy,
I gotta think about this one. I'm gonna say Fantastic Four: First Steps is number 2.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Hey, rewind. No, cut that out. Superman's number 2. Fantastic Four: First Steps number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard, dude. They're right for me. They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Same fourth, same third.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Superman, then Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, do you agree with my feeling that there's a massive gap between Brave New World and the rest of these three?
I won't say a massive
gap.
Brave New World was entertaining. My major issue with it was the fact that, you have this one character playing these dual roles, which I don't think there should be. Now, if you read, the comics, ultimately he gives up that role as Captain America and goes back to the Falcon.
Okay.
Which is fine. But
and when you say dual role, you mean like because he still has so many elements of the Falcon?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's literally the Falcon
and
Captain America, and the other cat is just someone that's in a winged suit.
Right.
Right.
So it wants to be Falcon.
Exactly. So, but I do believe that they need to have probably one, at the very least one, but possibly two, make it a trio. Two movies transitioning him out of that.
Okay.
I think that would be appropriate.
Got it. Yeah, I think there's a massive gap just because I did enjoy Brave New World, but it wasn't perfect. There was the villain was a major letdown.
Right.
The leader. And it didn't have to be. It wasn't, a lot of it was just the appearance.
No shit.
It was on some like not as bad as Apocalypse, Oscar Isaac, but it was up there, dude. Because what you had, that's a perfect example of what you had in the comics works.
Right.
Don't fuck it up. You don't need to change it. Some things need to be left alone, dude.
Yeah, but you got these directors, they come out and they want to, brand, put their stamp on the world, and they come out with some bullshit adoption, race swapping, gender swapping, that doesn't survive the movie. And then now you've confused, because when these movies come out, it could be 10 years before another one comes out and make a correction. Right. So you got to think about a kid, right? A kid goes in at 12, sees this. Oh my God, he's introduced to the movies, and he's introduced to Fantastic Four 3.
Oh,
right.
God.
So you got, that fucking confusion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he's 25 before the next one, not the year. He's 20 or 25 years old before the next one comes out. I mean, he's so disappointed with the first one, he has zero interest in. So when these studios and platforms create stuff, they got to start thinking continuity.
Right.
Not just fuck that director. If he's like so far off from the character, dude, sit the fuck down. We bring in somebody else. It's not just about making the money, which you do not make because you fuck the characters, right? It's about the
figuratively
continuity.
Fuck them, not literally.
Yeah. It's not hump day around all the time.
Yes. And here's what annoys me with this. Like comics, there's so many variants of every character, right? Like, but and I'm talking as a comic book fan, not as a critic, not as a fucking diversity council member. Like, I'm just talking as a comic book fan.
Yep.
We grew up with these comics, right? And there's these stories and these characters that some of us are very fond of. And when you get a chance to see them on screen, my point of view is maybe before we get into all these variants, the changing, the this, the that, can we just get some of our favorite characters on screen as they were in the comics first? Right? Like, just let's do that first.
Right. I have zero interest in seeing a black Superman.
Right.
But you know what you can do? Bring out fucking Blue Marvel.
There you go.
How about that?
Absolutely.
Stop suppressing the characters that are there and bring them forth as opposed to doing all this other bullshit with your rendition of a character should be.
And you can't say, well, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but you're going to be wrong. You'll be wrong if you say this. Well, Adrian, we would love to bring out Blue Marvel, but the problem is he's not as well known as Superman, or not as well liked. Then I would be like, you go have that Iron Man helmet right there, right? He wasn't everybody's favorite character until the MCU.
Look what they did with Aquaman. Fucking Aquaman.
Exactly.
Come on, dog.
Yep. So you can do that with a Blue Marvel. You can do it with a fucking pink Marvel, a new whatever the fuck you want.
Well, let's not go pink Marvel, but you can do whatever you want to do with the characters.
Right.
It's just that, it's like anything. You market it enough, it becomes, background noise to everybody.
Yep.
It's like Microsoft doesn't even advertise anymore. Dude.
No.
Why? It doesn't need to,
Yep. So anyways, moving on. Speaking of well-known characters, Spider-Man's he's one where, dude, you slap him on anything, it's gonna sell.
Sure.
Nowadays, he's most kids' number one, comic character.
Sure.
And a lot of adults. Like I was at the mall yesterday, and one of the clerks in the store saw I was wearing a Black Panther shirt, and they're like, "Are you is that your favorite character?" I was like, "No, one of the top." And we started talking a little bit about favorite characters. I'm like, honestly, one of my Marvel favorite characters is Spider-Man.
Sure.
And I think when I went to Terrificon and asked a bunch of people, that name kept coming up too. Like, so it's not just a kid's character. He's a universally loved character.
Absolutely.
I honestly, bro, have you ever met someone that didn't like Spider-Man?
No.
No, like literally, y'all let us know. I would love to find the one person. Like, I fucking hate him because of his stupid glasses. I don't know.
Well, the second question is, have you met anybody that in a comic book conversation has not heard of Spider-Man?
No, never once. So Spider-Man Brand New Day drops next July. So when you talk about how we have no other fucking movies for like a year. But next July, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we have Superwoman or Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. But so Spider-Man Brand New Day, Sadie Sink, dude. I don't know what I'm hearing more of, Spider-Man news or Sadie Sink news. Who she's playing? Maybe she's not. We don't know. She's playing this one. She's not. But the latest rumor, this kind of backs up what we talked about last week, where they said she was playing someone who had a mysterious past and free will and free spirited or something like that. The rumor now is that she is playing Jean Grey, but it's complicated, Adrian.
Of course it's complicated.
Of course it's complicated. Here's why it's complicated. Now, you may like this complication. I like this complication. Kang has made it so that the 616 X-Men don't know they are the X-Men. Kind of hard to explain, but you'll see. So we know Kang did exist in this universe. He's fucking around with time, doing all kinds of shit, right? So allegedly, these X-Men, now somehow Jean ends up in 616, or what he's saying is in 616 already. Okay, I misunderstood that. There's been X-Men the whole time. They just don't know they're X-Men. Okay. And
do they know that they're anything? Do they know they have powers? Do they know anything?
Well, now, so the rumor says that. I'm going to assume an answer.
Okay.
I think they don't. And this reminds me of a comic run from, I think it was 06, 07 maybe. It was an Eternals comic run, believe it or not. Matter of fact, I got it right here. So you know how much I love the Eternals movie, right, Adrian?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I love it like like I love black licorice, which I fucking hate. So anyways.
Corn candy.
Oh, God. Dude, we saw some of that in the store last week when we were shopping. And my son's like, you want some candy caramel? You want to get punched in the throat? All right. So 06 through 07, the Neil Gaiman's run of the Eternals, I think it was 6-7 issue series. And so I guess think about this. Imagine being a god, immortal. Your job is to come down here, protect Earth. but you completely forgot who you were. That's the storyline. So it starts with them, they're like street level dude. One of them's homeless, and when I read this comic when I first heard that there was an Eternals movie being produced, because I was like, I'd never heard of the Eternals before.
Right.
I'm like, let me do some background, figuring out, who's it. So Icarus, he was a homeless man. He was having these strange dreams. He was the first one to kind of sense something was wrong. Cersei was a high-class party planner in New York. Loved being in the center of attention. Also had no clue she was immortal. Makari, medical student, insomniac. Thena was a corporate scientist with a human husband and a kid. Sprite was a child star in Hollywood. And Sprite ended up being the villain of the story. Sprite was the reason why they forgot, in a nutshell. But Icarus starts remembering and kind of hunts the other ones down. But this was a really good comic run. Like, I enjoyed this. I will definitely see if they have it, if I can get it on the store and go through it again. Because this made me have, I don't want to say high hopes, but I thought the Eternals would have been good based on this comic run. Because this is one of those perfect examples. I read this comic and I'm like, this would be a perfect story for the screen. And then instead they took the characters and just shat all over them, which fucking sucked. But so the reason why I bring up that story is I think that it would be an amazing way to explain X-Men living in 616, but why we never saw them. Because they've somehow forgot they were these superpowered individuals and went on living their normal life. Okay. And maybe Jean somehow, she would be one that I wouldn't be shocked that eventually would figure it out, right? Sure. Kind of like Wolverine. Wolverine went during the House of M Day. He was one of the first ones to start to figure out, like, this shit ain't right. Something's off with this universe.
You would think Charles would, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's too busy, dude. He's busy doing some Diddy shit. Yeah. He's too busy shirt cocking it and fucking hanging out with Magneto,
doing some Bill Cosby shit, like making everybody forget and shit.
But hearing that, how do you feel about a Jean Grey, like saying assuming this is true, being featured in a Spider-Man movie that also has Hulk, Punisher, and somebody else that I'm going to name in a second? You like that idea, or you think that's a little too much, little balls in the lettuce there?
Nah, I think it's...
Yeah, I like it, dude. I mean, Jean Grey's one of my favorite X-Men characters. Right.
Unfortunately, she has been sincerely...
I know where you're going.
fucking neutered.
Right.
On anything, motion picture-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it could have been a lot worse.
Sure.
But it also could have been way better. Mm-hmm. Like, there was some of those movies we saw, I guess, a shimmer of her power set. I definitely like the older version over the Sophie Turner. Right. Famke Jensen.
That was the one right there.
Yeah, dude.
That was the one.
She was great.
They could literally have, matured her, her powers, everything. But no.
That we got that fucking Shat Show X3, The Last Stand. God, that was bad. But I'm with you. I'd be down with this. Mm-hmm. And I like that way to introduce, and also then that can explain why we're having, X-Men pop up now. Sure. They're here the whole time. They just didn't fucking know,
So I'm assuming then all of this is going to revolve around the Avengers. Because, right, so you got Spider-Man here, you got the Avengers here. Mm-hmm. So now you need to bring the Fantastic Four in from another universe, and now the X-Men are going to emerge. Oh, but dude, that nipple's hard, dude. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Getting excited, dude. I may have to say this to calm you down.
Martha!
The other rumor, or another rumor, I got a few here about Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's likely to include the symbiote. So we saw at the end of No Way Home that little piece.
Sure.
We talked about that here. Right. And matter of fact, when we were live Friday, we were discussing this a little bit. There's still a piece of this, Venom goo. Right. or symbiote.
Venom ejaculate.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was also some in the last Venom too, the Last Dance or whatever the fuck it was. So it was a little.
They're just leaving it everywhere, dude. Little Hershey squirts everywhere. So this Venom shat was left in a bar in Earth 616. Oh, so allegedly that's going to play a factor in this.
Sure.
Dude, this movie, now I guess we should expect it to be a big movie, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the Spider-Man movies, at least the MCU Spider-Man movies, each movie got bigger and bigger.
Sure.
Homecoming, then Far From Home when they're over, seas, the Mysterio, all that shit. And then No Way Home, this multiversal movie, 3 different Spider-Man, these villains from the past. Like, they're getting bigger and bigger.
Right.
So it would make sense that if they're going to continue on that trend, there's going to be a lot of shit in this movie.
Yeah.
But I'm liking what at least these rumors so far.
Sure.
Like you said, dude, X-Men, Spider-Man, you have Fantastic Four coming in. Do we get black suit Spider-Man before Secret Wars? I'd be down with that.
Sure.
I think it's a natural progression. Like, that's one of the things too we've not seen with Tom Holland yet. We've only seen it with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Right.
But dude, I don't know about you. I'm ready to see black suit Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Speaking of black suit, please, if I can figure out how to bring back
Black Panther.
Yep.
Yes. But hey, we're doing all these variant things. I do think we'll see a Black Panther in Secret Wars.
Okay.
I would be shocked.
That would be a good way for them to bring back Black Panther.
Yeah.
Have a variant and then ends up in the 616.
After the reset.
Right.
There you go.
Yep.
Shuri can go back to designing sneakers.
Exactly.
And we don't need this kid that is going to age up fucking 20 years in a couple we don't need to do any of that.
Right. Definitely don't need the white one.
No.
The fuck?
No, we do not need Ryan Gosling playing Black Panther. We are all set.
Right.
So another piece of Spider-Man, or our last Spider-Man Brand New Day piece of news is there. You talked about the Avengers, right? You said X-Men, Spider-Man, you get the Avengers in the mix. Right now we have confirmation that Bruce Banner will be in this movie. So OG Avenger.
Yeah.
And we have the Punisher in there. So, of the Defenders kind of network, hopefully we see a Kingpin and Daredevil in this movie. The new Avengers are also going to be featured in this movie, at least one of them. So far, Florence Pugh, who plays Yelena, the new Black Widow, is also going to show up in this Spider-Man Brand New Day movie.
I wonder if they're going to slide in She-Hulk.
Hey, you got Hulk already. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
I think the next time we see She-Hulk will be Secret Wars. Yeah, I hope so too. I do think she should show up.
Sure.
I mean, but maybe like down the road some.
Well, if Matt's gonna be there,
yeah, he gotta get ready for Hump Day,
Hey.
But how do you feel about the Yelena's character interacting with Spider-Man on screen?
I don't.
Okay.
Because I don't like the character.
Oh, you don't like?
I don't like
character.
the Yelena character.
Okay, even after Thunderbolts.
No.
Really?
No.
I do. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think that, and the reason why there's so many, not the reason why there's so many, but the reason why there's MCU characters in this is there is a rule. And this goes back to someone's questions a few weeks ago. They asked about Kingpin being able to, why is Kingpin able to be in an MCU show and not a movie? Now, I think Vinny D said this in an interview, but I'm questioning the time of that because in all the research I did, Adrian, because this is infotainment here, right? So all the research I did, here's what I found. Sony has no rights to Kingpin. Okay. Sony has the Spider-Man rights, which includes Spider-Man villains. So technically, the MCU, they cannot put Spider-Man or Venom or Kraven or Felicia Hardy, any of these people in an MCU movie without Sony's consent. Okay, they have those rights. Kingpin, though, is not on that list of Spider-Man villains, which is funny because if you remember in the comics, he originally was a Spider-Man villain.
Sure.
His first introduction was in, I think, Spider-Man comics. Then but would you say he became more of a Daredevil villain?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, like later on. I think there's more of him versus Daredevil. It's just he was introduced early on.
Sure.
Kind of like Wolverine was introduced in Hulk, but I would never say that, Wolverine's a Hulk villain. Like, that wouldn't make sense.
Well, when you have the opportunity to pull every Marvel comic character into your encyclopedia, and you only pick Spider-Man, naturally, you're not going to be all inclusive.
Correct. So here's where the rights and the legal stuff comes into play. It was during the Netflix era when Netflix they were producing those shows. I think sometimes we forget because now they're on Disney Plus, but these shows were originally somewhat separate. They were on Netflix. They had nothing to do with, Marvel's streaming. They didn't even have a streaming network then. Right. But during that period, Daredevil, Kingpin, Punisher, all of those characters could not be used in a movie for a number of set years because of the licensing agreement. So that's why they weren't in movies like Infinity War, Endgame, because legally they couldn't. But now that the rights are back with Marvel Studios, they can use them. Okay. So that, I guess, maybe that was just a tactic to kind of throw us off, right? Because if we believe that they legally can't be in the movie and they show up, you'll be jumping out. You talking about your fucking nipples getting hard. You'll be jumping out your fucking seat, Adrian. Oh, shit, fucking Kingpin right there, Sure. So I guess I say all that to answer the question that they actually can be in these movies. Sure. Now, knowing that, do you think there's any shot that we don't see Daredevil and Kingpin?
Sure. Sure, there's a shot that we do not see.
It's not a guarantee, you don't think? No. What are you, 50-50 on it? If you're betting...
50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're a betting man, Adrian, would you bet on them showing up or not?
I would probably bet on them showing up. Okay. But it'd be a small bet.
Okay. Here's $5. Yeah, fucking show up. They don't. You're not gonna bet the house on it.
No.
Bet the farm, as they say. People really bet farms back in the day.
Dude, people, it's bad. Yeah. Gambling is a thing.
That's crazy.
When the casinos first came up, people were losing their homes, all kinds of shit, because people just sit there and just gamble.
That's crazy.
Everything away.
Yep. Well, we're not going to gamble here. But if I was betting, man, I'd have a slightly higher bet than you that they would show up. And I could be wrong, Speaking of betting, football season's about to start, dude. That's where I'm going to lose my money. I can't wait to have my 27-leg parlay all set up. It's going to make me a millionaire and just lose because one fucking last thing don't hit. Oh, it's crazy. Those of you that know. But
I do not.
You do not. So, all right. Avengers Doomsday, also a movie that is on the calendar for next year. Okay. It's kind of crazy when you think we've been hearing about this movie fucking forever, right? Well, about a year now.
Sure.
And we are less or a little over a year away, unless it gets pushed back again. But dude, there's a lot of there's some messiness on this set allegedly. We talked about the ego clash last week.
That was clickbaited.
It was.
That was not an ego.
Well, on that note, this may be clickbaity as well. There is there's new details that have emerged about a on-set clash now. And this is separate from last week. This isn't the Robert Downey wanting to get in the suit. This is allegedly there were two pretty big actors. No one's been named. And there was a comment that was made in jest, but this was the exact quote from The Insider, was made in jest that was a bit too familiar because these actors didn't know each other too well. It crossed the line. One of them, the actors got really upset, confronted the other. It was on set, caused a big rift. These two are very outspoken actors. They went at each other. One of the actors, Marvel said to them, we'll shoot your scene separately or without the other person in it. We'll figure it out some type of way. That actor felt that the fact that Marvel was willing to make those concessions was enough because they also told this actor it would cost millions to do that because now you're doubling the shoot, right? Without the other actor, since Marvel was willing to at least make the effort to concede that and move the schedule around, they felt like it was a good faith effort. So both actors were brought together. Apologies were exchanged. People moved on. They're okay for now. There's been no other incidents, but this allegedly was a pretty big blow up. Now, this is a rumor. So I asked someone in the comments last week, how do you know it's true? I'm like, I don't, bro. That's why I said it's a fucking rumor. I don't know. But one of the things we do we like to have fun on the show, Adrian. So it's fun sometimes to take this rumor and act as if it's true and talk about it.
Sure.
So if this was true, first of all, if this is true, who do you think the two big actors could be that aren't too familiar with each other?
I don't fucking know.
So I'm going to throw out some names. Robert Downey Jr. is on set.
Sure.
You have Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
Now, those two, I don't know how familiar those two are with each other. I'm thinking just from an MCU standpoint, right? Like, obviously, Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are very familiar with each other.
Yeah.
You also had rumors that Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was there. Imagine if it was Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. I could see that. Ryan Reynolds makes a joke because, he improvs.
Right.
So does Robert Downey. Maybe one of them took a little offense to it. Big blow up. You got Deadpool fighting Dr. Doom right on the set for real. But who the fuck knows? I think this is a lot of nothing, honestly.
Absolutely.
Because here at the end of that's the reason why I put this in here was I don't think this is limited to just Marvel. I bet this happens on a lot of sets.
Dude, it happens everywhere.
Exactly.
It happens in corporate America, it happens on the street corner, happens in fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Correct.
It doesn't matter. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're being paid millions of dollars. Tolerate whoever the fuck that's pissing you off for a couple of seconds. Maybe stare at him more intently. That's your revenge or some dumb shit. But just move the fuck on, dude.
Absolutely. Oh, so you're saying if this is true, the guy who got upset may be in the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they might not be in the wrong for getting upset.
Okay.
You have the choice to get upset, right? But shouldn't the concessions that's required in order. First of all, you suck each other's dick after the fact anyway.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
Language. But then you're still gonna make the studio shoot double, which also not only is more money, it's also more time, right? So come on, dude, just grow up.
Yeah.
You might shoot a scene with somebody that takes a week, but in the movie, it's probably 10 to 15 seconds.
Right.
Interaction.
Absolutely. Other Doomsday news or rumor. There's a new rumor that Victor Von Doom, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, will have a surprisingly powerful ally when he shows up in Avengers Doomsday. And that ally would be none other than Doctor Strange. That doesn't surprise me.
Doom would have an ally in Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
Kinda, but the egos, the two fucking egos, sure.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It could lead to a clash, right? Maybe a real clash, not like what we were talking about on set. But the rumor is reported by this fella, Jeff Snyder. He reports a lot of shit. And honestly, going back, what I've been doing these days? I like to do research for everyone. We report a lot of rumors from a lot of the same folks. I'm going to look at their track record. So that way, when we start, we can give them a rating, like Rotten Tomatoes. Like, yo, this insider, he's like a fucking D- because most of his shit is not true. But this guy right here, my man's a B+, dude.
Sure.
So I don't know. I think Jeff Snyder is one who leans more on the accurate side. But he said he heard that Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange will be working with Doom in Avengers Doomsday. Now, this does not shock me because in Secret Wars 2015 version, if you remember, when Doom was going around and killing off these other universes with Molecule Man and all that, Doctor Strange was right by his side. So he convinced him that he was doing the right thing at some point. And then in Secret Wars, you remember when they're in Battle World, Strange is his right-hand man until he looks the wrong way at, he doesn't take orders properly one day, and that becomes his last day.
Yes.
So and now hearing this, and right now, this is not rumor. This is just me, I guess, hypothesizing, Adrian. What the fucking big words sometimes, dude. I learned that in like 8th grade.
Sometimes you got to use them.
Sometimes, yeah. If Strange is with Doom, how cool would it be if in Avengers Doomsday, the Doctor Doom portrayal walks that anti-hero line more than villain?
I think he always walks that.
He does
that line anyway,
right? But in movie, now we've seen him 3 shitty times,
right?
He's
always the villain.
Yeah,
right.
Just paint him as a villain.
Sure.
But you're a big Doctor Doom fan, right? Yeah. Like if we rank fucking top 20, 30 characters, like Doom's gonna be high on my list.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think for me, the reason why is how complex of a character he is.
Mm-hmm.
You could read one comic book, he's the biggest piece of shit in the world. You read the next one, my man's a fucking hero.
Right.
Read the next one, he's walking that line.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite version is when he walks that line.
Sure.
I like that Doom.
Sure. I mean, his decisions are complex.
Yeah.
But his reasoning and his action is simple and absolute.
Right.
You know, so the reason that he does stuff is very simple. I'm protecting my country. I'm to protect humans, right? Now, his thought process is probably extremely complex.
Correct.
But when he makes a decision, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And he's got rules for himself.
Yep.
So it would be cool to see him with, people that we know, like if he's walking that anti-hero line, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he convinces Doctor Strange that he's doing the right thing. Strange has already been fucking around in the multiverse.
Strange is slowly becoming that creepy uncle. That bitch that just sits that's down at the end of the hallway, just causing mischief, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to look at Strange differently.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. He walks that line.
Yeah.
And it's due to his ego, right?
Yeah.
But I could see that easily with obviously happening in the comics, but I'm talking the MCU Strange.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that in No Way Home. He's willing to fucking go against the grain and do whatever he wants just cause.
Right. And for that reason, I don't agree that he walks the line. He's on one side or the other.
Okay.
For any reason whatsoever.
He's a line hopper.
Flip-flopper.
Yeah. Dude, I had two people try to cut me in line recently. Normally, I don't care about that stuff, but it was just the point. Like, I was at Best Buy the other day. I did a online order, right?
Yeah.
Got a couple things. I actually got that for those gamers out there, that PS5 dual sense edge, like a pro controller where you can make adjustments like how far the triggers go down, the freaking sensitivity of the joysticks and all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah. It gives you a little edge in playing, I'm playing Marvel Rivals, dude.
Okay.
But anyways, so dude, I'm in line, it has a turnstiles where you're supposed to stand. This fucking kid comes over, he's probably 25, and he's taking pictures because they have the Pokemon cards behind the shelf. Dude, it was their hot commodity, bro. Don't be stealing no fucking Charizard card, Put Pikachu down. But he's taking a picture. He's excited. And he don't see me standing there. And I'm like, is he gonna? And there's someone being helped. She pays, she starts walking away, and my man starts making a beeline for the line. So I walk in front, I'm like, yo, bro, I was waiting. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm at the damn shoe store yesterday getting my son a pair of sneakers. So, this lady, bro, she's like eyeing us, and she tried to jump the line in front of us. I'm like, bro, it's real out there, dude.
Well, the guy taking a photo, he was using that as an excuse to cut your
exactly.
Cut the line.
Yeah.
His goal was to cut the line.
Right.
Was to cut in front of you. And it's like, I'm gonna use this taking this picture moment as an excuse to be
For real?
Oh, I didn't see you, bro. I fuck you. I did that in the subway one time.
Yeah.
This kid tried to jump line. I'm like, yo. Back of the line's that way.
Yeah. For real.
Fuck that, dude. Yep. I made the mistake in Home Depot one time. This guy came up, I just have a question. I'm like, I fucked up, Mike.
Oh, damn.
I said, go ahead.
Yeah, have at it.
Dude, 20 minutes later, I'm still waiting. Now, of course, as soon as he gets in there with his one question, everybody else behind the counter becomes extremely busy, right?
Right.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I will never fucking do that again. I did it on an airplane one time, too. This lady, hey, can I sit here with my blah, 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 blah?
Yep.
Sure. I got in her seat. She ended up being in the wrong fucking seat, and I had to end up moving again. Nope. Find your own fucking way, dude.
Exactly. That's like, bro, when people hold the door for you when you're going in the store. Bro, I'm in the parking lot at my car. Don't hold the door.
Right.
Because now I got to run and make it awkward. I know how to open the door.
Yep, that's it.
Fuck. You try to be too nice sometimes.
Yep.
Anyways.
You go. No, you go.
Yeah.
No, you go. Fucking elevator door closes on everybody.
Exactly. Somebody fucking go. God damn it. All right. Avengers Doomsday. So Doom, Strange team up potentially. I'm down with it. To expand on something we talked about last week, in this movie, Doom is allegedly rumored to be seeking out those who have interfered with the multiverse and caused incursions. And there's a list of these motherfuckers right now. So,
including your man Loki.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's one that we kind of left out. We were talking about last week, but you got Loki.
Yep.
he's holding everything together now, but he interfered with what He Who Remains was attempting to do, right? Yep. So you got Loki, and also him in the beginning of Loki just taking the Tesseract, which we have over there on the table,
right?
And getting to the TVA and all that shit. So that could have even spawned some of these incursions, or at least got on Doom's radar. Right. So you got Loki, number one.
You got TVA.
Your TVA.
Because even them trying to manage and maintain the timelines, they're still fucking with it.
Correct. And now they changed even their whole approach. Right. So you got TVA, you got Spider-Man and No Way Home. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange right in there with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You got Monica Rambeau, you know, these quantum bangles or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Wait, but is that fucking with timeline, or is that she just got popped over to another universe?
She went over to another universe,
right?
Which could have some negative effects. Right? I mean, you're from this one universe, now you're in another one, and you're stuck there.
Okay,
potentially.
I wouldn't call that messing with the timeline as much as these other fuckers.
Right? Not If you had to give if we were spreading out the blame, we wouldn't put as much on Monica as fucking Stephen Strange over here.
Of course. Got to protect our own.
Yeah. Is that why? Is that what it is?
No, of course not.
No, but no, I think that's legit though.
Yeah.
Kang, right?
Oh, definitely Kang. Yep.
And Scarlet Witch.
Deadpool.
Yep. So all of those individuals could be on his radar. This could be a movie about him trying to get revenge on all of them, or maybe it's something like where Thanos was collecting the stones, and there were some stones we didn't see him collect. He already had. Mm-hmm. Maybe he just already dealt with Kang. We don't see that.
Right.
Who knows? But what if in his approach to Strange, and also what is he targeting for? Is he trying to just kill him? Is he trying to get something out of him? He's trying to get them to help him. Mm-hmm. What if he recruits all of them for his little squad because he's playing as this hero, and that then conflicts with what the Avengers or how they're trying to handle the situation. You know, fucking.
It's a lot to think about, dude.
Fucking, not even multiversal war going on here.
Right. But so the Monica Rambeau thing, you know, that would be blaming her for an incursion would be like blaming Steve Rogers for going back in time and living out his life.
There's another one.
So
yeah, well, I left him out.
Right.
That's another one. He went back. He put the stones back. Mm-hmm. So maybe he'll catch the blame for it. Maybe the Avengers in general for going back and getting the stone and resetting everything could have also triggered them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
We
don't know yet. Which I think that means that's a good thing. Because I don't know about you. I don't want to go to the movie and be able to predict the fucking ending when it starts.
Right.
So, I mean, it's fun to talk about what could potentially happen. The point is, dude, with both of these movies, Brand New Day and Doomsday, there's a lot that they can do.
Sure.
There's a lot of options, and remains to be seen. So, all right, moving on from that, Superman news. James Gunn confirms that the Superman Saga, we mentioned this last week, the Superman Saga will consist of 4 movies.
Okay.
So we got the first one done. Now, he doesn't say that those will essentially be Superman movies.
Sure.
Because Superman could be in something else. But there's going to be 4 movies that tells this story of a Superman saga.
Hence the word saga.
There you go.
As opposed to Superman movies.
Correct.
You know what else follows that frame of mind?
What?
All right. So when you go to the store and you buy a package of yellow slices of stuff.
Cheese.
There's not, the word cheese doesn't even show up on the packaging. It's called singles.
Okay. Kraft singles, yeah.
And they say made with some kind of dairy, right? You know why James Gunn says saga instead of movies? Because it's something made around the Superman, ideology.
Got it.
Well, singles is made around the idea of cheese.
Okay.
But it's not cheese. That's why they can't export this shit.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Adrian.
Look at it.
Yes.
When you go to the store, when you think you're picking up cheese, you're picking up something called singles that's not really cheese.
Okay.
Just saying.
Are you a hamburger guy or a cheeseburger guy?
I am a cheeseburger guy. Oh, yeah. I'm a slices guy.
A slices guy. You know what's funny is I don't know if it's funny. It's funny to me, but I'm more of a hamburger guy, Adrian.
Yeah?
Yeah. I learned that about myself.
Believe it or not, I can't really even stand the smell of beef.
Really?
I love it. Matter of fact, I'm making plans right now to go to a steak place after this.
Oh, shit.
But just the smell of raw
beef? Okay.
Right. No, not the raw beef, like when it's cooked.
When it's cooked, yeah.
I can't do it, yeah.
Oh, I love it, dude. Give me all the beef. All of it. All right. So Superman Saga, hey, this was his exact quote. What is the long-term story I'm telling here? What is the story that I'm going to tell about Superman over 4 movies? So that's what he's pondering right now. Okay. I'm down with it, dude. Speaking of James Gunn, Superman, Peacemaker. We're going to get into a review a little bit later. Peacemaker season 2. So I'm just going to warn you, if you've not seen episode 1, there's going to be some minor spoilers right now. Nothing plot-wise, but so in the beginning, did you see the recap?
I did, yep.
Did you see the big switch up with the Justice League versus the Justice Gang at the end?
I did. There's a lot of stuff in there. There was kind of something.
Yep.
But it actually wasn't.
Right.
Some of the memorabilia on the walls has certain names and things like that. Right.
Dude, I like it. This is the kind of stuff like I would be okay when I say you can bring back T'Challa, recast them, do whatever, and don't even have to explain it.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
Just like this. Peacemaker was made during a time where they weren't even sure where it sat in the DC universe because the DCEU was on its way down the shitter, dude. Someone had already hit flush.
Yeah.
But it's got to do a couple laps around. It's a big shitter too because the DCU was a big fucking turd. Right. You can't just go drop that in a regular toilet, dude. You got to get one of them giant like water slide size. So anyways, this thing's on its way down the drain. They're making Peacemaker. So obviously you don't want to make something that's going to be attached to that turd that's going down the fucking shitter. So this was kind of in the DCEU, maybe a reboot, maybe its own thing. But then by the end of it, you saw that scene with the DCEU Superman, right? The Henry Cavill with shadows, but Jason Momoa was there. Right. So you're thinking, it's part of that universe. That universe gets flushed. And instead of doing some type of, dimensional trip, some multiverse shit, he just retconned the shit. He just changed it, which I'm all for. Fucking have at it. That thing's gone. Who cares? There's plenty of continuity issues in movies and cinematic universes that happen.
Right. Usually
by accident. This one was intentional, but who gives a fuck?
Right.
I thought it was great.
Just move on.
Yep.
Just move on. Now, we can debate this. However, at the end, when a version of Peacemaker died, we won't talk about how he died, but he died, that death acting is why The Rock is better than Cena.
Oh, shit.
That was fucking atrocious, dude.
Damn, okay, all right. I got to go find a Rock death scene to compare it. Anyway, so James Gunn talked a little bit about that, and what he said was, let me pull up his quote here. He said it was always in a weird place. He said it was part of the DCEU Peacemaker, but it really wasn't. It was an in-between universe, whatever. The reason I brought up the quote was not that, because I pretty much already told you that. He said that there was a time where they were going to rewrite everything with The Flash, which I think also would have worked.
Sure.
Like, you could have done a reset with that and then had Gunn take over and run with it because of Flashpoint.
Exactly.
Which is, it's weird because they attempted that. I think that was their goal with that movie, because if you remember at the end, you had the George Clooney Batman show up.
Right.
But because that movie was so fucking bad, the whole Ezra Miller nonsense and just, I think if that movie did well, we would have seen a reboot.
Yeah.
Versus just flushing it down the shitter. But I'm team flush the shit down the shitter, what else are you gonna do with it,
Right.
Frank Grillo, he is the guy who played Crossbones in the MCU.
Yeah.
He plays Rick Flag in Peacemaker, and he plays Rick Flag. He does the voice in Creature Commandos, which is actually the same character. he said that he made a comment, Adrian, that, I'm choosing to be annoyed about. He said he hopes that Marvel movies will be more than spectacles to make money moving forward. And I don't think that they're spectacles to make money. Well, first of all, they are. The goal is to make money with them, but I wouldn't call them spectacles.
Wait a minute. James Grillo, who was all in the Captain America movies and shit?
Yep.
Marvel?
Yep.
Now, because he switched side, he wants to shit upon.
Yep. He's shatting
his foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. Here's what he says. Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie. I love them over at Marvel, and it's so great to see how successful they've all become. But I hope they can get back to the glory of where they were and not just be spectacles that are there to make a lot of money from. And I just it has his opinion. It's his opinion.
I can understand what you're saying. It's kind of like the whole talk we had in earlier podcasts about get back to grounded movies.
Mm-hmm.
Stop changing the fucking characters.
Right.
All this other kind of stuff. So now it feels like they were at a point where they were just there to make money. They would just throw any shit up on the wall, see what's stuck. And just kept it moving. So I can understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
Also, he's behind the scenes, so he probably has access to something. We just, fucking at the bottom of the rumor mill.
For real.
We don't have the insiders and all that other kind of bullshit. So maybe he saw something that, made him, I would say, obviously he saw something that made him jump ship. Because Grillo was all over the fucking place, just like Berthenthal or Barenthal or whatever the fuck his name is, right? So, I can kind of understand it.
I can kind of understand if he wants to shut the fuck up now. I just, the spectacles annoy me. That's what it is. It's not a spectacle. Because not every movie is successful, but they're trying to tell you this a story for now, over 15 years.
Right.
So I don't subscribe to it being a spectacle. And the idea is to make money. These guys, they're in business. So it's a thing just to make money. Well, I don't think they got to pay you, bro.
Right.
When you moved over to DC, I bet you got paid.
Right. Yep.
Well, their goal's not to make money. How the fuck are you supposed to get paid?
That's it.
Sometimes we forget about that. We live in a capitalistic country, Adrian. Not all of us. We got people from across the pond, from down under, from everywhere.
I think everybody's goal is to do things that make their lives comfortable. Now, whether that comfort is the pursuit of religion, if that comfort is the pursuit of just, travel or whatever, or mostly in America, that pursuit is of money. So whatever it is that you pursue that makes your life comfortable, then do that. But don't shit on the ones that's their pursuit is money.
Right.
I'm just saying, because it costs money to do shit.
Absolutely.
Of which today's sponsorship is Only Comics.
That's right. This episode is brought to you by Only Comics.
Because ain't nobody paying us shit.
Fucking nothing, dude. Nothing. All right. A couple more pieces of news. We're going to get through these ones quick. In the DCU, we've not seen Batman yet, so we've not seen many Batman characters. In the DCEU, Harley Quinn was played by Margot Robbie. Phenomenal job. Knocked it out of the park.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely. That being said, if we see a Harley Quinn in the DCU, should it be Margot again? Or since we're on this whole recast, reboot, should it be somebody new?
So, to reiterate a word, fucking nominal. Margot Robbie, all the way.
Absolutely.
Fucking bring back Famke Jensen as Phoenix, Jean Grey. Why? You're gonna have Wolverine Hugh Jackman hanging around, right? As Wolverine.
Yep.
Why not? Just bring him back.
Okay.
It works.
Okay.
It works.
So you're a fan of bringing her back?
Absolutely.
I'm not. Because you're not going to write bad words about me online.
Maybe one.
Okay, maybe one. But this is a lesson for y'all. People don't have to agree. Not you guys, the other people.
Sure.
But the reason I say we shouldn't is just because of the fact that we've recasted everybody else and it's a whole new thing. And I think it's time to give somebody else a stab at it. But
I can see that.
Yeah.
I would, in that context, I would agree.
Okay. But if you had a choice, if James Gunn called you up right now and was like, Adrian, should we bring Margot Robbie back or cast somebody else? You'd say Margot Robbie.
I would say default to Margot Robbie, but let's see what the other talent is. Because like you, and that's one of our big things from the very beginning. You know, get rid of these fucking Crypt Keepers, even though Margot Robbie doesn't fall into that Crypt Keeper category. Let's get rid of these Crypt Keepers and bring in some of this, this young blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't make it a shitty fucking actor.
Correct.
Do your due diligence.
Well, the news here is she was speaking to Variety, right? We talked about Variety when we shat all over their stupid fucking list. So why are they getting interviews with her and not us? I don't know. Someone can figure that out for us. We'd really appreciate it. But she has said, because they asked her about reprising her role as Harley Quinn, and she said she's heard nothing from James Gunn. Then she went on to say, you can't get sick of Harley. I love her so deeply. I've always had high hopes for her, like Batman, a character that loves on long after I've had a go at it. So the way she said that sounds like I've had a go at it, like she's done. And they haven't contacted her yet.
Right. Well, I've had a go at it means that, I've done enough of that that I'm cool with it.
Right.
However, if I get the phone call, I have no problem going back.
Yeah. So kind of I'm good either way is kind of what she said.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Next piece, Daredevil Born Again is expected to run for at least 3 seasons. So we had the first season, which I really enjoyed, except for when he's filming the painting and that's by this glob of fucking clay right here. That's my girlfriend.
His powers are more, out there than you think. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to excuse the kid. I
just think it wasn't a good drawing of her. Like you talk about having kids again, right? Like when they're young and they draw things and they're like, Daddy, what's this? And sometimes because they're like 4 years old, you don't know what the fuck it is.
Right.
And you're like, is that a donkey? Like, no, it's a unicorn. Oh shit. But anyways, season 2 is either being filmed now or is wrapped up. That drops next year. But it's going to run for at least 3 seasons, which I like that. I'm happy about that. More Daredevil, the better, right?
Sure.
I don't think anyone has ever wanted less Daredevil. But anyways, what we're gonna do right now is wrap up this long news and rumors. So a lot of fucking news shit this week, dude. That's okay, because that means we're just gonna zip through some other stuff.
And the fact that we interjecting all kinds of bullshit.
We get off the rails quick here at Only Comics.
That's it.
So, all right, we're gonna go. Let's go to our double shot here. Boom. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down is real simple. I recap the news. We let you know if we give it a thumbs up or thumbs down.
There you go.
That's it. And you guys comment. You let us know how we're always right about everything. And you wish you had the Only Comics phone so you can call us up for our opinions. And maybe someday, dude, down the road. Maybe. But right now, this is what you got. All right. Let's see. Number 1, Superman wins the battle at the box office this year. Is expected to finish at $625 million worldwide, eclipsing the other 3 comic book movies that dropped. I give that a thumbs up, dude.
Thumbs up, sure.
Your boy Soups. Fantastic Four came in 2nd place, looks to end its run maybe over 500 million worldwide. I actually give this a thumbs up.
Sure, thumbs up.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Couple rumors here. Number 1, the Symbiote is allegedly going to play a role in Brand New Day, along with Sadie Sink, who we keep going back and forth on. Right now, the rumor is she's playing Jean Grey, but it's complicated, Adrian. Kang made it so that the 616 X-Men don't know who they are. Reminds me of an Eternals run in the comics in 06-07 that was 80,000 times better than that post-shower shat of a movie. Actually, that's not even a post-shower shat, dude. That is when you step in dog shit. That's what the Eternals, that's the effect it had on me.
Do we have a shit in the shower category?
Oh, that would be Eternals. I'm not old enough to experience that yet, but those of you that...
Why it gotta be an age thing?
Well, because the bowels as you get older, dude.
That's bullshit.
Okay, young and old. I'm in that middle band where that don't happen.
Just stop talking. That's the easiest way to get out of that one.
Okay, so anyways, I give not the shatting a thumbs up, but I give the Jean Grey, not knowing she's an X-Men being featured in Brand New Day, a thumbs up.
The X-Men being discovering that they're X-Men in the Spider-Man movie. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Sure.
Florence Pugh allegedly joins the Spider-Man Brand New Day cast as she will reprise her role as Yelena, Black Widow, alongside Spider-Man. I give that a thumbs up.
Sure, thumbs up.
I thought you didn't like her.
I don't. Well, it's not that I don't like her.
But you don't like her character.
It's so when I say I don't like her, I'm talking about the character, not the actress.
Right.
It's just, I mean, you take out Black Widow, which, I mean, you just make this, maybe sugar roll me.
Okay.
But right now, I won't say I won't like her. Let's just say I'm neutral.
Neutral, okay. So you're not against it.
No.
Got it. All right, Avengers Doomsday news and rumors. Dr. Doom is allegedly going to have an ally, Adrian, and your boy, another doctor, Dr. Dre. No, Dr. Stephen Strange. I give this a thumbs up, dude.
Sure.
It just tells me that if this is true, we're getting more of the 2015 Secret Wars, which I'm all for that.
Sure.
Another Dr. Doom rumor is that is seeking those out that interfered with the multiverse. Individuals like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Monica Rambeau, Kang, Loki. Right. He's two hands here. Hey. Captain America. All these individuals, Deadpool. All of these individuals did some shit that fucked some shit up. And Dr. Doom's like, don't step on my lawn, bitch. Kind of.
Wait a minute. So he's pursuing others while bringing the main fucking person along by his side.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Allegedly. I give this all a thumbs up, dude. This movie
sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe it could be epic, Adrian.
So what do you think the odds of they introducing the movie with Doom on that fucking bear?
I fucking hope so, dude. That is you. So let me tell you, this is what you want, that bear as much as I want to see Doom soul snatch Thanos. I want to see him grab like he does in that pan. I know y'all have either read it or seen it online. But I hope we see that.
So if they only could do one of the soul snatching, would it be Thanos or Scott?
Oh, Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's more impressive.
Yeah.
Scott. I mean, fucking Wolverine could have done that to him. You know, shit. But I give this plot line, if this is what's happening, Doom seeking these individuals, I give that a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
We're fucking positive across the board this week.
Sure.
Maybe. We'll find out next. This next piece of news, rumor is that there was an on-set clash, Adrian, on Avengers Doomsday. A couple big actors. One of them made a comment. The other one didn't like it. They got upset. They got a condition we call butthurt. Oh my God, don't say that about me. Big explosion happened on set. But they patched everything back up and everybody's good. I give this a thumbs down.
Absolutely. Because, first of all, you did the patching up, but you're still making the studio do the runaround.
Right.
Yep.
And just like, dude, who cares? Who cares? And he says something. To your point, this happens in all walks of life. Whether you work at fucking McDonald's or you work at, the World Trade Center. This happens in all aspects of work, society. I mean, people try to cut me in line at Best Buy, dude. Fucking hunt them down.
Fucking hamburger, no cheeseburger. Hamburger, no cheeseburger. How about we do both?
Right. All right. Whatever. Superman news. James Gunn confirms that he's telling this Superman Saga over 4 movies. I give that a thumbs up.
Sure. Thumbs up.
Peacemaker. Frank Grillo, he's on Peacemaker. He says that Marvel, he hopes their movies will be less spectacle to make money. He hopes to get back to what they were before. And I give this a thumbs down, dude. I don't think they're spectacles, and they should make money.
I agree with you. I don't like the word spectacle, but I give it a thumbs up.
Okay. Margot Robbie says she has not heard from DC Studios, James Gunn, about reprising her role as Harley Quinn. And as much as I love her in that role, I give this a thumbs up because I think it's time to move on.
Sure. Thumbs up.
Daredevil Born Again expected to run for at least 3 seasons. I give it, if I had 3 thumbs, I'd put them all up, Adrian. Give me as many fucking Daredevil seasons as you can.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Anyways, that is thumbs up or thumbs down. Now, since we lightly spoiled Peacemaker for you, we're going to get through a quick little review of episode 1 here. You watched this weekend, right? So and it's funny because on our segment, Harley! last week I talked about how I finally watched Peacemaker season 1 just in time for season 2, and I really enjoyed it. After this first episode, I think they picked up right where they left off.
And some.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, so this is spoiler street here, as we call it. Let's give this first episode a score.
Yep.
I'm going to say, I'd say 7.8.
Yeah, I was going to say 8.
Okay. Yeah. It was really good. Was it, the best episode ever? No. And also I'm putting on my Peacemaker lens. Like this movie or this show, it's a fun time.
Sure.
Is it going to hit the heights and the emotions of shows like Loki and WandaVision? Maybe not.
But it's not designed to.
Exactly.
And matter of fact, that's how I introduced it to you. Like,
correct.
Watch it because it's a weird kind of funny, but it's funny. It's engaging. It's entertaining. But it's not going to be a fucking Secret War, Civil War.
Right.
Capture. It's not going to be any of that stuff.
Correct.
But it has a very specific place.
Yep.
And they're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, and it's a fun place.
Yeah.
It was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was.
And you touched on a little bit of how it ended, which is really the big talking piece of this show. So first of all, we saw in the recap, they retconned the whole Justice League. You had the Justice Gang in there. I really liked how they did that.
Sure.
Just drop them in. Nobody cares. Fucking move on. Those guys fucking sucked anyways. Yep. Who cares, right? I like that Vigilante's back. He's one of my favorite characters in this show. I like that they're giving Hardcore her kind of character arc here. I like her as I don't even know who she is, but I like her as an actress.
Sure.
And I like that character. Adebayo, the daughter of Amanda Waller. I think every character they've slightly improved on, at least in this first episode. And we see this door in his room. So it really, the big plot line here is Chris, Peacemaker, has this portal in his house, his dad's house.
Right.
So now he's living in his dad's house because he killed his dad. He's got this bedroom door. Eagly gets up in the middle of the night. He wants to go fucking flying, right? He's like he's a pet. So he's like, it's too cold. I'm not fucking going outside, bro. We're going to go in this little dimension, this little pocket dimension, and let him fly around in there.
Right.
Then he discovers another door way the fuck on the other side. Looks like his door. It's on some like Monsters Inc. type shit, dude.
Right.
And it brings him into an alternate reality, alternate dimension where his dad wasn't a dick. And he discovers that he's got this family over there. Right. So initially he goes over there, dad sees him or whatever, and then he comes back. And then later in the episode he gets back. But this is after he has he tries to join the Justice Gang. Dude, how great was that scene?
Oh my, that whole thing from the time they pulled up in the parking lot and some chicks like storming out all pissed off and stuff. And it's cool the way they shot that, right?
Yes.
She's storming out pissed off and it just immediately intrigues you like, why is she pissed off? But then at the end of the interview, everything's explained. It's like it's like in Superman, why is this fucking dog useless all over the place doing all, but then at the very end, everything's explained.
Everything is because they're literally they think they're turning their microphone off, so they're interviewing the guy and they're shitting all over him. And he can fucking hear him the whole time. At first he tries to pretend like he can't.
Right.
And they're like, what's he good at? He's good at blowing dudes. Like, they just shitting all over this guy.
It's cool that they even, they have Farion's version of Guy Gardner. But it's cool they got, Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner in there.
Right.
Which is an exact extract from Superman. So that was cool.
And you notice, what's his name? Maxwell Lord or whatever. The guy was funding the whole Justice Gang. James Gunn recently made a comment about the DCU and I guess the driving forces that are controlling this universe. You have the meta people, right? Like the superheroes. You have the government is another kind of controlling force. And the other he mentioned were the corporations.
Right.
Like LexCorp or whatever the fuck it's called in the movie. The Wayne Inc. or Wayne Corp is going to play a part as well. And then you see Maxwell Lord, he's also a corporation funding the Justice Gang. Right. So it's you're seeing some of this world building in this show. I think that's one of my favorite things about this episode so far that was missing from the first season. The first season felt like its own thing. Mm-hmm. This feels like it lives in the DCU, but it's still its own thing.
Well, the first season, like you said, was, they didn't know what they was going to do with this platform.
Yep.
But now, even though it's like when Daredevil went from Netflix to Disney, it was good by itself. Mm-hmm. It's good now, but with a different story arc.
Correct. So I think that was one, I would say so far, it's only one episode, but I'm liking this more than the first season because of that element.
Sure.
Now that, and if you've seen Superman, now we understand why James Gunn put Superman out, because you should have seen that before watching this.
Correct.
Because now you're familiar with the Justice Gang, and it ties those two together without having Superman show up here.
Correct. You
don't need them. You got, the other, and who knows? There's 3 episodes that critics haven't seen yet. Mm-hmm. So this whole show is 8 episodes. The first 5 episodes critics have seen, and those are the ones that we've heard, 100% all that shit about. Mm. But the last 3, we don't even know the names of those. So there could be some cameos that we don't know of. Right.
I noticed there's a trend is like, because when the movie initially ended, and I'm looking at the timeline, I'm like, because I'm getting ready to skip to the next movie, right?
Yep.
Some other show. And it's like, there's fucking 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some post shit in here.
Right.
And it was a lot.
Was there? I didn't see it.
It was a lot, dude.
Oh, shit. So I missed
you just cut it off at the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they actually do, so he did that shitty dying thing at the end, right? But then they showed a little bit more after that. They also showed some recap. They also showed, James Gunn's, the making of.
Okay. So that was all in the episode.
Yeah, so there was a lot in those last 10 minutes.
Dude, because it was like fucking 3 a.m, bro. I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, I still have 20 minutes left. Yeah. But I didn't. I had 10 minutes and the credits hit.
But because my thing was I'm getting pissed off now because it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's 49 minutes, but they shut it off at 38 minutes and some change.
Correct.
So what else is in there? So, you find all these little nuggets and stuff.
Yep.
So definitely go through the post credit stuff on that. But, but there is a trend where the shows... They're not only cutting the number of shows down, but they're cutting the length of the shows down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is kind of like, are you making just shitty content? Are you just throwing some shit out there? Are you not, do you have no more imagination? I mean, what's going on? Because I remember some shows 10, 20, 30 fucking episodes long.
I just think everything now from a comic book show standpoint feels like a movie that's chopped up.
Right.
It doesn't really feel like a show.
So is it like the new microwave generation? It's like, give me some content in a shorter period of time.
I think so.
And then I can capture your attention the next time.
Yep.
The next time, because people can't sit down for an hour anymore.
Correct. Maybe. We're all a bunch of squirrels chasing nuts, Adrian.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
You also see Rick Flag. We talked about Frank Grillo earlier. He's kind of in the background keeping an eye on Peacemaker.
Right.
He's using, what's his name, John Economics to watch him. But so John doesn't know that Rick knows that Peacemaker killed his son in the Suicide Squad movie. So remember Joel, whatever his name is, played Rick Flag Jr. In the Suicide Squad. And Peacemaker killed him in that movie. So he knows that. So he doesn't trust him. But the big reveal here is, well, there's a big orgy too, by the way.
There's that.
Pretty graphic one, but for
Dixon for JJ all over the place.
Everywhere, all shapes and sizes. Right? One for you, pick your poison. Pick whatever you want.
It was almost like Gunn used Creature Commandos as a test platform and just went fucking 1,000 on that bitch.
Yep. And I saw some chatter online about, Peacemaker is buying this. I'm like, dude, he said some gay shit in the first series too. I always knew he was a little bit of a. Let's just put it this way: he'd have been down with the Diddy parties.
Yes.
And that's his own prerogative.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's funny. This fucking orgy's going on because he's he's all pissed off because he couldn't join the Justice Gang.
Right.
And he goes home, finds his, he's doing some bong rips, and he finds his cocaine stashed. And
well, he wasn't pissed because of the gang. He was pissed because of the girl. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm fucking him up. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Because she didn't commit or answer his fucking question or whatever, and he's thinking that it was something, and she's saying that it's not, and so he's pissed about that.
That's true.
When he got all coked out.
Yeah. He was having a fucking bad day, dude. Because I think the rejection from the Justice Gang led him to hardcore. Like, all right, I need some kind of approval here.
Sure.
And then she rejects him. It's back to back. That's a shitty day for my boy. And then he goes home, big ass orgy, and he's not even participating. He's the only one with clothes on.
I don't know how that would have happened. I don't know if he had I'm assuming he did not imagine it, but. You got to think that this is over a period of time,
right?
Because some people, his house is full of fucking people, right? He's not even participating in it.
Yep.
So they had to have come from somewhere,
right?
So,
and do you see? I mean, him and Hardcore are having a shitty fucking episode here.
Yeah.
She goes to her psychiatrist who says she has toxic masculinity, freaks the fuck out, and she goes to a bar and starts picking a fight. She's kicking their asses for a minute, then they beat the shit out of her.
Right.
It was a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
And then I guess the big, I keep going back to the big reveal. The big reveal, Chris eventually goes back to this quantum, or goes back through that door, shows up, and now he gets caught. He meets his brother, who in this universe he killed as a child, and he kind of like steps in as they think he's out in Bloodhaven, which is cool. That's a reference to where Nightwing pretty much hangs out.
Correct. Speaking of,
is that a hidden gem reference? Maybe.
Maybe
remains to be seen. But anyways, in doing this, he's having some drinks with his dad. And it's all weird because his dad's being nice to him and shit.
Right.
They love each other. He's fucking tapping him on it. Give me a hug, all this shit. And then the Peacemaker from that dimension shows up. They fight. And I did not see this coming. Honestly, when they first started fighting and I saw this, I'm like, is this going to be another fucking clone shit where, not clone, but, we got two versions of the same character throughout the series. Like, dude, I love Sinners. We saw it in Sinners.
Sure.
We just saw it again in Superman. We saw it in Logan. Like, is that what they're doing? And that's not what they're doing because my man impaled his own self and killed himself. He unalived himself from another universe. I did not see that coming, dude.
Right.
Which I'm like, now, bro, bring me to the next fucking episode.
Right.
Which is what you want in a show, right?
Right. I mean, that whole portal thing can also explain a lot too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That absolutely can easily explain how he shows up, in this version of the DC universe.
Yeah. Well, we got 7 weeks left of this show. So next week, August 28th, or that's coming up this week, a few days from now, episode 2 drops. It's called A Man Is Only As Good As His Bird.
Okay.
September 4th, episode 3 drops. Another Rick Up My Sleeve. So maybe there's another, Rick Flag from another dimension. Now he's in this other dimension.
Right.
Because I would assume that what he's going to do is get rid of the body and pretend he's that Peacemaker.
Probably.
Because he ain't going back to his universe. His universe sucks right now.
Yep.
So I would assume he's going to stay there. And because he don't want these two to know he just killed their Chris.
Right.
And then episode 4 drops September 11th. Need I Say Door? So we're still revolving around this door here. And then 5 drops September 18th, back to the Sutor. And then the last 3 the names haven't been released yet, but September 25th, October 2nd, October 9th. So we got, 7 more weeks of this show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So do you think he meets the variants of his friends in his new place? Or does he let them know what he's doing and brings them across?
I think he's going to meet the variants. Yeah, I don't see them. Maybe Vigilante somehow comes across because that he's always up his ass. But I'm thinking for the most part, he's probably going to just meet those variants there.
Or just lose some of them. That
too. So anyways, that is the Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1 review. We will obviously be reviewing next week's episode next week. That's how it works. All right, critics versus audience. I brought this game back last week, revamped it a little bit, so it's not limited to comic book movies. Also wanted to clarify a rule because if I'm asking you your opinion, but in the event where there's a movie that you have not seen, I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to step in as like a substitute. So I got 3 movies this week, and there's a trend here. These movies are all from the 90s, Adrian. Okay. So they're either 30 years old or 35 years old. So,
well, I didn't watch any movies in the 90s because 90s sucked.
No. All right. So the first one, and this is what I try to look for here, are movies where the critics and the audience score, there's a big separation between these two, meaning one of these motherfuckers got it wrong. And we asked the question, what the fuck, Rotten Tomatoes? Right. Get your shit together.
That's it.
Bitch. All right. The first one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The OG movie. This was released March 30th of 1990. This technically is a comic book movie.
Yes.
This movie, dude, this is my childhood right here. It was a dark movie.
Yeah.
It's odd that it's rated PG because it don't feel like a kid's movie. But, dude, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was all the fucking rave, dude, in the early 90s. You remember this?
Yep.
The turtle craze. Were you a fan of the Ninja Turtles?
No.
No, not at all.
No, it was different, but I wasn't a fan of it.
The movie or just the whole idea, the whole characters, everything?
I wasn't a fan of it. I don't think I really did was just see the movie.
Okay. Dude, I was a diehard.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The cartoon. I had the toys. I had the movie, the VHS when it came out 5 years later. You know, I had all the shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I love me some Ninja Turtles. And what's funny is they actually were created as a parody of like Daredevil.
Yes.
And obviously evolved into their own thing. So, all right.
I say yes like I knew that. I didn't know that.
Hey, you learned it here first on Only Comics, dude. The infotainment for all you. All right, so the way this game works is we got 3 rounds. We got 3 movies. I am going to ask Adrian. I'm going to tell him what the critic score and the audience score was. He's going to let me know, in his opinion, which one is more accurate, okay? That's the first movie. The second movie, this movie is also just had its 30-year anniversary. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. You ever seen this? Is that because you've seen it or because you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Okay. So
just the whole idea behind it.
Damn. We're 0 for 2 here. And then the third one is a movie who also just had its 30-year anniversary on August 18th, Mortal Kombat. Have you seen this one?
I think so, but I don't remember.
Okay.
It.
Well, I'm willing to step in, Adrian, here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This movie was released 1990. The critics gave this movie, now this is 57 reviews, a 46% for my boys, for Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. The fucking 46%. But the audience, now this is 250,000 ratings, 81%. Which one is more accurate?
I go with the audience.
Me too, bro. Fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'd give it an 81. All right, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, released June 30th of 1995. The critics gave my boys, dude, they gave them a 30%.
Sounds right. I don't know.
In the audience of 57. So you've not seen this movie?
I have not.
Okay, so I'm going to go, I'd say the audience is a closer representation of what the score should be.
Okay.
I'm a Power Rangers guy. Now, maybe I'm blinded by this being my childhood. Are there things that you think, you experienced in your childhood that looking back as an adult, you're like, I can't believe I like that shit?
No.
No. Okay. Me neither. I don't feel that about this, but I think your response to this is maybe how a lot of other people may feel that weren't my age. I think it's tied to my childhood.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely is.
But that being said, audience score all day there. Mortal Kombat. You've not seen this one either?
Let's go with no.
Okay. 1995. 44% critic score, 58% audience. I'd go with the audience, and I'd actually put it much higher than that. Dude, I really enjoy this movie.
Really?
But I was a big Mortal Kombat guy. Like, you remember days, talking about nostalgia. Remember arcades? Like, they still exist, but when arcades were like a spot.
Right.
You go to the arcade, the new Mortal Kombat machine is there. I remember when the game first hit, and dude, it was a big deal.
Right.
Because at that point, we didn't really have many teenage R-rated type of games. There's blood in this.
Sure.
People's heads are being removed. There's fatalities. Like, it was some next level shit.
Right.
We're used to like Street Fighter, shit like that. I think predates that. But this was the day of, I remember going to the mall and you'd wait in line. The Mortal Kombat machine, bro, there's a fucking line. And if you wanted to play next, you walked up and you put your change.
Yes.
And you waited at the side, right? So
it's like pool.
Yeah.
I'm next.
Right. I got winner.
Yep.
And I remember doing that to this game. I remember it being a big deal. And I'm probably like fucking 8, 9 years old, 10 years old. I mean, and it was different back then. Like my kids, I know I can pull up my phone right now and tell you where they are. When I was a kid, I got up in the morning, I left the house. Nobody knew where the fuck I was. Right. They knew. I'm going at time. I'm going to my friend's house. But dude, we got on our bikes, we traveled, we're fucking mountain climbing, we're jumping off roofs, we're fucking stealing candy. We're all over the fucking place, getting in fights. But we're home before dinner.
All right. No, you're home before the street lights.
The street lights, there you go, which equates to pretty much dinner time.
Yes.
So this was a big deal to my childhood. When they came out with the movie, I was glazing it, bro. I was a Mortal Kombat glazer. But I would say this about this Mortal Kombat movie. They did there's a new series. There's the first one came out a few years ago. Part 2 drops later this year in the fall. Now, obviously, from a cinematic standpoint, from a visual standpoint, the newer one, I think, surpassed the old one. But from a storyline, I really like the first one over this new reboot. So anyways, is that Glaze? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Moving on. Speaking of Is That Glaze, I got a segment called Is That Glaze? You know, Adrian, I'm a big mob movie guy.
Yep.
I love The Godfather.
Sopranos.
I love The Sopranos. I've said this before. There's not a show out there. No one has given me a show to watch that is better than The Sopranos. There's been some really good ones. And I heard this talk for so many years. You got to watch Breaking Bad. That's why. If you watch Breaking Bad, you'll know that it's... No, it's not.
It's
no,
different.
It's
definitely different. I mean, I'm not a fan of Sopranos, only because I haven't watched it.
Okay.
But I can definitely tell you, Breaking Bad, you don't even compare Breaking Bad to Sopranos. It's two completely different things.
Right. But I guess the point they were saying from a quality standpoint, like I'd put this up there with that. I would not.
It's different.
It's different. Ozark, nope, not that. People told me Game of Thrones. I couldn't get through the first episode.
Different.
There's nothing. So I challenge you. Actually, I don't, because y'all always go, watch Dexter. Watch this.
Completely different.
It's different, but it's not on the level. Sopranos, in my opinion, was perfection.
Hey, and you have your opinion.
I do. And here, when I'm talking my opinions right now, the only opinions that matter here are ours.
There you go.
But one of these movies, Goodfellas, that's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Sure.
You've seen this movie.
I have.
This movie came out, I think, also in 1990. So the question here is that Glaze. I'm going to read to you the two scores, critics and audience. They're very close. And you're going to let me know, in your opinion, is that Glaze? So right now, currently, as of today, Goodfellas on Rotten Tomatoes has a 94% approval rating from the critics and a 97% rating from the audience.
Wow.
Adrian, are those scores, when you look at those scores and you think of Goodfellas, is that Glaze?
No.
No.
Glaze is not Glaze if it's right.
There you go. I wanted to talk about two of my favorite scenes in this movie. So there is a scene where Henry, so Hank Henry is Ray Liotta's character, right? You got Tommy, you got Jimmy. Jimmy is Joe Pesci.
Yep.
He's a fucking nut in this movie.
Yes, he
is. So they're hanging out in this little neighborhood bar. They're drinking, bro. Everybody's having a fucking great time. They're throwing them back, as the boys say. And then my man Billy Batts walks in. You know Billy Batts? He also was in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
He's a made guy. Just got out of the can, as they say. I know the lingo from the movies. Got out of the can. He's an older guy. He's well respected. And the thing about the mob, dude, you talk about people blowing up on movie sets. There's a fine line between like respect and disrespect.
Right.
And they don't tolerate shit. Like they don't off-color jokes. You say something, you don't fuck around. It's a hierarchy.
Right.
Right? Like you basically shine my shoes, motherfucker, which we're going to get to. So Bats, he sees Tommy. He's all excited. My man's been locked up for a minute. And he's like, oh, look at you. You know, I remember you were a kid. And he starts talking about how he would shine the shoes. And it goes from, it starts as like a acknowledgement. And then I think he keeps getting it. Right. It becomes a backhanded compliment to then almost demeaning.
Correct.
He's telling, man, this guy fucking I love. He's like, he'd shine those fucking shoes. They look like fucking mirrors. He was so good. And then he's like, yeah, he's laughing, but he's not. Because he knows, like, he don't know. He's been out for a minute. Right. And then, you know, Tommy's like, dude, I fucked up earlier. Tommy is Joe Pesci's character. Jimmy is Robert De Niro. Tommy's like, bro, you've been been out for a minute, bro. I don't shine shoes anymore. And Bats like, I was having a good time, bro. He's yucking it up at him. And then, you know, he keeps going back. You could tell he's getting pissed off. And he's like, dude, no, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a compliment. He's like, I just don't shine shoes anymore. So he walks away. He's like, let's go get your shine box. And he gets pissed. And he's like, dude, I told you. So they go at it a little bit. And then he's like, whatever. He buys him a drink. And then he fucking does it again, dude. He goes, hey, Tommy, why don't you go home and get your fucking shine box? And he loses it. He's threatening him. He called him a mutt. You motherfucking mutt. He leaves, comes back a little bit later. Dude wasn't having it, bro. He fucking pistol whips him. Billy Bats ends up in the trunk. Say no more, Billy Bats.
There you go.
Tommy was, and the quote that, Henry, because he's narrating the whole film, he says, now Tommy's mad, and when Tommy's mad, nobody's safe. Dude, this scene is fucking amazing. Yeah. I love that. The other one was my boy Spider. So you've seen The Sopranos at all?
I've seen probably 15 minutes of one.
Okay. All right. So you wouldn't even know who Christopher is.
No.
He was Tony's nephew.
Oh, yeah, I know who Christopher is, because he's married to the blonde who got offed at some point.
Yes, yeah. Oh, so you've seen more than one episode.
Okay,
You've seen,
so yeah. You know.
It's all coming back to you now. He plays Spider in this movie.
Yes.
Remember? He's like the intern, but they didn't treat their interns like we treat ours, dude.
No.
And he was in one scene they're playing some card games, right? He's always gambling. He was basically working as a bartender, and Tommy starts fucking with him. And he's like, where's the fucking drinks, bro? What are you doing? You taking you dancing for us? And everybody's laughing. And Spider, he kind of like mumbles some shit back. Like he tries to stand up for himself. He's tired of being bullied. Fucking Tommy pulls out his gun and starts shooting at the kid's foot.
Right.
He's like, oh, you want to dance? You want to dance? And then he fucking shoots him because he's crazy.
Right.
And even Jimmy's like, he's a little pissed off. He's like, you don't shoot the kid. You're out of line, whatever. And then he plays it off like a joke, whatever. Weeks later, they're playing again. Spider shows up, foot's all bandaged up. And Tommy's starting to, bark orders at him. And then he fires back. Why don't you go fuck yourself, Tommy? You know what? You don't do that, bro. Right. You don't fucking do that. And then the crowd or his peers start hyping the guy up. They're like, that's good for you, Spider. Yeah, you tell him you got balls, all this shit. Dude, he just stands up, pulls out his gun, fucking shoots him 3-4 times. He drops. This time he's dead. Right. It ain't just a shot in the foot. Jimmy's pissed. What the fuck matter? He's just a kid. Tommy shrugs it off. He's like, what do you want me to do? It's done. And they just go back to playing cards. But it's crazy because in Henry's narration, he says that, Spider's death was just another night for them. Right. No justice, no consequences, just move the fuck on. But it's crazy, dude. It was just, you talk about character development. This was had to do with comics, nothing. But these how complex some of them were. Like, Tommy's complex, dude. He's your boy. You want him on your team.
Right.
But don't fucking cross him.
Right.
Anyways, so you think I'm glazing Goodfellas, Adrian?
No.
No.
That's good writing.
Yes.
Good storyline. Excellent actors. Well executed.
Right.
There's no glaze in it.
No glaze at all.
It is what it is.
Well, we're going to get to some glaze, and we're going to glaze the interns, Adrian. Not literally, figuratively. So we got some comments. We got some We Respond. We have a hidden gem coming up. And then we got to agree to disagree. We are on the home stretch. Feels like we just got here. It's crazy. Fucking just time flies when you're having fun, they say. I heard that before. All right, so let's see. Let's pull up some comments. Let's go through a handful here. McSkeeter66, another great show. Always helps me kill 2 hours of my 10-hour work. My man's out there working, bro. 10 hours. You guys keep doing great things, having fun doing so, and just let me know. Oh, he's McSkeeter's the one that has the galactic bucket hat or bucket he wants to send us. So you know what, McSkeeter, if you want to drop an email, my email's on the YouTube page, or put your email in the comments. I'll get you an address. I don't want no ABCs having the address. Let's see. And this is shout outs to all the interns out there. We're gonna read interns first. Jason 1, AWOB, man, I never even watched The Peacemaker, but after listening to y'all, I binged season 1. See, dude, we're comic influencers. There we go. See that? There we go. He says this is one of the best, worst shows that you enjoy. This is hilarious, and I can't wait I'm gonna wait until the full season 2 out to binge because it's more funny that way. Okay. Dude, I mean, if we weren't, reviewing week by week, I would do that as well. Yeah. It's just hard, and shit gets spoiled too online, so. OG Dirte says, Adrian, what about a deep dive into Marvel Dark Force Dimension? Okay. We can do that. Yep. I wouldn't say, he said deep dive, so yeah, maybe not a hidden gem, but maybe we'll do that like we did the Weapon X one recently. OG's got some good suggestions, bro. What else does OG say? What's up? The fact that the Rotten Tomatoes gave that 100 is shocking. Yeah, it is. But I think I know why, possibly the orgy scene. I'm glad Mike gave Peacemaker a chance. Me too. I think it's one of DC's best shows. I watch you guys on YouTube because it hits YouTube before it hits Spotify. I pay for no ads on Spotify. Wait till Tuesday. That's weird that you're waiting until Tuesday on Spotify. And anyone else who watches on Spotify, let me know because we post on Mondays. I agree. Captain America started the incursions. If you ask Google, it says Doctor Strange caused it. Yeah, who would you place most of the blame on?
Strange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucker.
Strange.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, no, you could just leave it for now. Hold on. I got you. So Doctor Strange is who you'd put most of the blame on.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I would too, because you really can't blame Peter. He's a fucking kid.
Exactly.
All right, let's see what else he's got. You ask Google, it says Strange, Quantum Bands. Yes. I think the What If series should have been about different Marvel characters, not Disney MCU characters. Yeah. I wish it would have been kind of like in Peacemaker, how he went to that door and saw an alternate version of himself.
Right.
I wish it would have been more simpler like that. Like not fucking if T'Challa was Star-Lord and this and shit and that. Fucking shit. You get me pissed off when you bring up What If, OG. I think Brainiac has been confirmed for Superman 2. How do you feel about that if Brainiac showed up as the Superman villain?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they do a Blade movie, what about him fighting Blackout and Lilith? Lilith. Okay. You like that? I don't even know who those people are.
Not sure about Blackout, but Lilith is like the first female vampire.
Okay.
Something like that.
Got it.
Kind of like the female version of Dracula.
Okay. They can tie in Ghost Rider, Mephisto. Absolutely. Archangel is definitely one of my favorite X-Men. Last one, can we get Tombstone and Spider-Man Brand New Day? I mean, might as well. You fucking everyone else is in there.
Right.
My hidden gem request is Marvel Comics Blackout. Okay. Let's see. The Dark Dad returns. AWOB, fellas. Dark Dad finally got a job. My man.
Nice. Congrats.
Yes. Congratulations, bro. I had an idea for a segment to relive some great moments in the MCU. Do a countdown of best lines from the MCU. Even some of the worst movies have good lines or two. That's a good idea. You know what? Maybe I'll pull some lines. Whoa. Pause. Not like Peacemaker pulled those lines.
No, definitely not.
And then I'm Schmitty said, you guys did do Nightwing already. I requested it a while back. So we did do a Nightwing hidden gem.
Well, guess what? You're going to get a recap. Or I might just pull somebody out of my ass.
We're going to get part 2. You know what? Fuck it. You can do it again. Who cares?
Sure.
That way you don't have to go back. You can watch it now. John Bonvon, my bottom 5. He's back, dude. Where the fuck you been, John Bonvon? My bottom 5 Marvel movies, Elektra, yup. Madam Web, Hulk, Eric Bana's version, fantastic with the 4 in it. That's the third one. And the New Mutants, okay? Lei Xiang says Deadpool doesn't fit the vibe of Doomsday, but he would be a great post-credit scene to let us all know he was there the whole time, or he'll be there next time. Yeah, I don't think he needs to be there.
No,
I think you said,
not at all.
I'm not mad if he is, but I'm not going to miss him.
Well, it depends on what they do with him.
Yeah, true. John Bonbon says, hidden gem request, Necron and Black Hand together. They go hand in hand, pun intended. John, I think you still got a few more weeks left of your hidden gem ban. I'll just play. What was it, Diablo or no? Yeah, one of those.
Diablo.
He goes, yo, I'm back. I finally saw Fantastic Four. Yeah, he was gone because he didn't want it to be spoiled.
Right.
He says that it wasn't his favorite. I wasn't a fan of the 60s feel. That's fine. I actually like that. They have light speed travel, but still have tube wooden TV boxes. Yeah, okay. I thought I was going to lead into the theater credit scenes of the Thunderbolts. Yeah, I think a lot of us did. In my opinion, Superman won out of these two. Okay. I almost changed my stance today on that, Adrian, but I didn't. Maple Grove, hey guys, AWOB, I have an idea since Mike is including more wrestling content. How about a hidden gem for wrestlers where Mike can tell Adrian and us if we don't know about certain wrestlers? That's not a bad idea. Bro Man's back, Bro Man Williams. And when the fuck were you going live on TikTok, bro? Bro Man, I was there, bro. Friday, 7 p.m. Where were you, dude? Are you going to be there next Friday at 7? I hope so.
I don't know. Mike gave it that what is it? What was the show that nobody knew was even coming out?
Oh, fucking
the Black Panther one.
Yep, Eyes of Wakanda.
Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah. I did too. I just dropped it out, dude. I just showed up, balls out. Hey, here we are.
There you go.
All right. Charles Mon, like 10 count segment, pro wrestling fan, my man. Captain Canada, we're gonna read a few more and then get into this hidden gem. Let's see. Captain Canada. AWOB, salute, guys. I wouldn't mind seeing Deadpool in Doomsday, but if not, I'll be okay with it. Yeah, he's on the same page as us. Let RDJ cook. Definitely let him cook.
Let this man cook.
He's getting paid the big bucks to be Doom. Let the man do whatever he wants. After all, he's Marvel's OG actor. Yeah, I agree with that. It's kind of like, yeah, directors are in charge, but when my man says he wants to get in a suit, go get him a fucking suit. Right. And someone get him a coffee and ask him if he wants a water or a massage or something, you know, shit. Speaking of Doom, have we thought about sweating underneath the mask? Imagine him fighting the Avengers. If he's a human being, one sweats no, he'll be sweating like a horse. He'll need to remove the helmet to wipe that sweat, unless he never sweats because of magic. And can we only put on our suspend our disbelief? By the time you read this, the next episode will be at Fan Expo in Canada. Going to be a great time. Well, man, I hope you had a good time. Angel Hidden Gem was the chef's kiss, Adrian. He was so nerfed in X3 movie. Yeah. Shit show for sure. Yes, it definitely was. Let's see. We got Akeem up in there. He says, things flipped up. We said lobster. Oh, you know, we're talking about the food, the catfish. This is a good one.
Yeah.
It's funny how throughout history, how things flip, and now we accept them because lobster was used to serve to prisoners because it was so abundant. Chicken wings used to be seen as scraps. Now they're most expensive to buy.
If you can fucking buy them.
If you even find them.
Right.
They trick people into believing diamonds are so rare and precious when they're really not. Right. And after I get back pay, I'm going to subscribe to other stuff. My man. Yeah, you getting back? Why? Are they holding your money, bro? Do we need to come down there? We need to talk to somebody pay the fucking dude. Right? Jesus. Pure Venom. Yo, my brother, AWOB as always, but the highlight of the episode is Adrian's hype over the catfish.
That's right.
That's right, dude.
Talking about nerf and underrated, dude.
Yeah.
That's anyway.
Absolutely.
Had my thing last week.
But he ain't lying. It's some great eating. I agree. I don't know if he has, how about a hidden gem on Apocalypse since he's been shat on so bad? We've not done Apocalypse.
We haven't?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
That'd be a good one because they have shat all over him, dude. In the shower, out of the shower, everywhere. Everywhere. Slapper Wrestling. So Slapper was live with me last Friday. Says, AWOB, my guys, yes, we need Mr. Sinister as the first X-Men major bad guy. Yeah, I'm down with that. But also give us Mojo. I wouldn't mind that. Can't wait for Mike to finally watch Blade and Blade 2. I know. Dude, I got to buy them. They're nowhere. There are no streaming, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
That's because they so awesome and shit.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, they do that bullshit. It's like, why is this show from 800 years ago still not being...
Right.
You just can't find it. They just released The Wall, Matt Damon.
Okay.
Which I love that movie.
Yeah.
They just released that shit on streaming.
Craziness. And it's always like you spend 5 hours looking for a movie, you pick it, and then it's not on any streaming platform you have access to.
Right.
Like the one movie you want to watch is on none of them.
Yeah.
But they all have the same fucking movies. Anyways, Adrian with another awesome hidden gem. Fun fact, X-Men animated show Rogue touching Angel caused him to stop following Apocalypse and have a connection to Rogue. I do remember that. I completely agree with y'all about Deadpool and Avengers. Keep the comedy to a low. Maybe isolate him to a small section of the movie and keep him with Wolverine. Yeah, I agree. He says, I was hyped for Brock Lesnar's return, but now my hype has dwindled. Yeah, where the fuck's he been? After seeing him, we need him to go against Braun Breaker or Jacob Fatu. I'd be down with that. Roman and Cody are attached to the Street Fighter movie. Yep. I saw a little clip of Cody Rhodes in the shadow. He's playing Guile, the one with the American soldier with the crazy ass hair.
Okay.
And you don't see his face, but he shows a shadow of the hair. So they're going like legit.
Okay.
Fun fact about, Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. I'm interested. Did y'all hear Steve from Stranger Things potentially being Harry Osborn in the MCU? No, but I could see that.
Yeah.
Steve? Yeah, I'd be down with that. Fun fact.
Minute, which one's Steve?
Steve is the one who gets his ass kicked in the first season with the baseball bat. He's Dustin's like friend. He's working at the ice cream place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
He was Nancy's boyfriend originally until she said bullshit to him 100 times. Bullshit. Everything's bullshit. Anyways. I like that, dude. I think he could pull off Harry Osborn. Fun fact about my hidden gem request, Manifold. He's a mutant, and his power allows him to bend reality, fold and twist space-time, and speak to the universe.
Manifold.
Manifold. That sounds like a good one. Question for my guys. What role do y'all see Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel playing in Secret Wars, if any? Fucking none. No, I mean, I think they're going to... Obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but if Doom's going after Monica Rambeau, I could see that being the part that pulls them in. Maybe they try to fight Doom and he swats them away like a couple flies. But I hope it's small. I can tell you that.
Right.
My friend told me that Squirrel Girl defeated Thanos in the comics. Y'all know if that's true. That is actually true. I don't know all the details about it, but I do remember reading that Squirrel Girl fucking at some point defeats Thanos in some way, shape, or form. Holy
That's
shit.
insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. That dude Pablo, I know I watched Apocalypse, but for the life of me, I can't remember it. Was it really that bad? Yes, it was. Worse than Eternals? It was better than Eternals.
Yeah. And
then he says, mini lobster, my ass. Those are sea bugs, Adrian. Water roaches. No hate though, but you can have mine.
I will. I absolutely will.
You ain't afraid, huh? Oh, so Bloody Knuckles. Remember, what's his name fucking Bloody Knuckles for? He says, it's from doing MMA boxing radio show, and I used to fight. Now I train fighters for other people. So that makes sense. That makes sense.
Nice.
And he said that I would like to bring some Jim Mays, Thanos, good. Let's say good versus even Kang versus Ultron. That's a good one. Not knowing much of either one. So he actually had some other suggestions about some verses. So we're probably gonna bring that back next week. Let's see. Sons of Sekhmet. Which was worse, Ben Affleck's Daredevil or Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher? I said Dolph. What do you think?
Definitely. Yeah. That was fucking atrocious.
He says, I hope RDJ has to bitch slap Pedro Pascal in order to get into characters Doom. That's a good one.
It's funny shit.
Yep. Angel gets real complicated once Apocalypse converts him to death. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he also says, it amazes me that they have decades of actual What If comics and didn't use them. Yeah, that's a good fucking point.
It doesn't amaze me because they got decades of all other kind of content. Yep. They still fucking it up.
Yep. And then Eugene John says, I love YouTube Premium. I kiss my wife every day for getting it. Hey, dude, you do what you got to do, bro, you know? All right. Well, that is We Respond. Appreciate all, I'm fucking up the mic here, dude. Appreciate all the interns that chimed in. Adrian, the hidden gem this week. I'm going to assume that it's Nightwing because you said it was Nightwing.
Yep.
All right.
So this week, Nightwing, but, a little spin to it, right? So we all know that Nightwing is Dick Grayson, right?
Yes.
The grown-up version of Robin. Now, there's been, 3 or 4 Robins? So you had
at least,
Dick Grayson was the first one.
Yep.
Then you had Tim Drake.
Well, Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, then Tim Drake. and
Damian
then
Wayne.
Damian Wayne, right?
And then you had the Stephanie something from The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Or Dark Knight Returns. Remember the girl with the glasses when Batman comes out of retirement years later? The Frank Miller graphic novel.
Okay. Well, no, I don't remember that, but okay. So that version.
Yeah, so
right?
what's that? 5, 6?
Yeah.
At least 5 or 6. There's probably some more.
Exactly. But Dick Grayson was the OG, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he grew up. Now, he was never going to be Batman, but he needed to find his own way, which he did in Nightwing.
Yep.
Now, so here's the thing. So you always think about like how Bruce Wayne, does that shit where he's always, recruiting. He recruits a Robin. He never recruits the rest of the Bat family. The Bat family kind of attaches themselves to him, right? But the reason that he picked up Dick Grayson was because, he had the tragic death of his parents.
Yep.
And he recruited him because he wanted Dick Grayson to get over, unlike what he did with his family. So Bruce never got over the death of his parents, ever. But he recruited Dick so that he could help usher him out of the tragedy of his family,
right?
Which he did.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He ultimately did. Now, fun fact with the Flying Graysons, so the carnival that the Graysons were in, guess who they were tied to? Do you know?
Two-Face? No.
So the circus was basically a recruiting ground for children for the Court of Owls.
Yes.
So there was one comic where Batman just like backslapped fucking Robin, right? And knocked a tooth out.
Yep.
Well, the Court of Owls had implanted a tooth in Dick Grayson's mouth that they can remotely convert him. Mm-hmm. So if Batman if Dick Grayson's parents would have survived, would have lived, right? He would have been recruited as a Court of Owl assassin. Never got on Bruce Wayne's radar, right? And then if Batman hadn't smacked the shit out of him, then they still could have activated him. He was like a Manchurian candidate, right?
Got it.
So I found that interesting. So anyway, so Dick Grayson grows up to be Nightwing. So he's very flexible and gymnastic wise. Matter of fact, he's known as the most acrobatic character in Marvel Universe, in all of DC. Marvel Universe. Mm-hmm. He's the most acrobatic character in all of DC.
Okay.
Right? More so even than like a Catwoman or anything like that. Or even Batman himself. He's also considered the number 2 martial artist because right after Batman, because he was taught by Batman. So literally everything that Batman learned, he taught Dick Grayson. But he also taught, Todd. Jason Todd,
yep.
Tim Drake. So basically Batman just, every time he picked up a new Robin, he taught them everything that he knew. Now, Grayson, with his acrobatic skills, with the fact that he grew up the longest with Bruce Wayne, right? He has more combat experience than the rest of them, so on and so forth. So with that, when he became Nightwing, so by the way, when he left the Robin role, so a lot of people don't understand how closely Bruce Wayne and Superman is, right? So even though he grew up fighting under Bruce Wayne or Batman, he also got a lot of lessons like the honor and the respect and all other kind of shit from Superman. Matter of fact, he got the name Nightwing from Superman.
That's right.
Because in one version, Superman was this Nightwing character along with someone else playing as a pseudo role. But then when the reboot happened, Nightwing was like a OG influencer, not influencer, but like a character in Superman's history, hundreds of years before Superman himself. He was like, so he named himself after that character because that character, even though everybody was like basically shat on him, the Nightwing character, he stood up and he wanted to stand for people that couldn't help themselves.
Yeah.
So he became a legend in that respect. And then Superman told him about it, and that's who Nightwing named himself after. So he goes on many adventures. But, you get this thing, well, who would win between Nightwing and Jason Todd, the Red Skull? Because, of course, nobody really dies in Marvel, except, if you're black. So Jason Todd gets resurrected, Lazarus Pit kind of a deal. He comes back, and everybody's like, who would win, Jason Todd, who's a fucking maniac, right? Or Dick Grayson. And the winner would be always Dick Grayson. Even though Jason Todd's the Red Skull, he wills and has no problem killing people using guns. Dick Grayson, his nimbleness, his speed, he would ultimately win. My opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Of course, he's also like Bruce Wayne, a ladies' man. Barbara Gordon, fucking Starfire, and numerous other people. So he's kind of like has that playboy kind of flair to him as well.
Yeah.
But in general, now his power sets. Well, he technically has no powers, but the way that he trained, specifically with Batman and the strength and the flexibility and all this kind of stuff, his shit borders like super soldier serum kind of strength, right?
Okay.
He survived explosions, direct gunshots to the head. He's like kicking doors off of cars and, just doing all kind of shit. So he has a very high, I won't say he has a healing factor, but they go through some shit. I'm sure they go through some drugs, which they don't really show except in one episode, like a Batman, Bruce Wayne popping pills.
Oh,
fucking,
Batman Venom.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great comic line, by the way.
Right. Because it's surreal. It's like, how the fuck does he do all this stuff without drugs and stuff? But so, he very strong, not super strong. A lot of endurance, extremely skilled. All the martial arts and fighting techniques that Batman does. His suit. So Batman has a lot of gear.
Yeah.
Right, and he can change that gear out. Well, so does Nightwing. His main ones are the two sticks, which are electrified, but he also has a version of darts. They're not batarangs or whatever. But he has a version of throwing knives, which he uses, smoke balls and all this other kind of stuff. But his main, he's even more raw than Batman, actually, because Batman has a utility belt and various other things. Nightwing's major defense is his gymnastics, flexibility, and his speed. He uses that to basically dodge bullets. He's caught the Flash, the Kid Flash, right? So very extremely fast for not being a superhuman guy. Of course, genius intellect. You got to throw that in, right?
Obviously. Wait, is it even a genius if everyone's a genius? You know what I mean?
No.
It's not.
It's like if everybody was rich, who would be rich?
Right.
Nobody.
No one.
Right? You leave and go to Mars. Anyway.
Elon Musk.
There you go. But an extremely well-rounded combatant. Now, he's led not only the Teen Titans, but he's also led the Justice League at some point. So he has those leadership qualities too. Matter of fact, Wonder Woman, when the original JL was disbanded, Wonder Woman and Superman approached him to lead the new Justice League.
Okay.
So he has a lot of skills. Matter of fact, he's the better version, some say, of Batman. Because Batman is, moody and asshole and all this other kind of stuff. But, Dick is more well-rounded, more political, things like that.
Yeah.
So when you think about, I think he's one of the more underrated characters. Not that he doesn't have the exposure, but he's really, I would say, the next version of Batman, even though he's also taken up the moniker of Batman.
Yep.
Right? I don't think he would ever be the next Batman. That's probably reserved for Damian, but he's definitely in that genre. He should be placed for more than one reason alongside, a Batman, the Superman, the Woman, things like that.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal character. And I think he has good placement in the comics. He's not, absent, but he's not oversaturated.
Okay.
So anyway, that's this version.
I like it, dude. It was an update. It was some additional insight.
Yes.
Would you say Dick Grayson is a better Nightwing or a better Robin?
I would say he's a better Nightwing because his thing when he was Robin was that he was always in Batman's shadow. They butt heads. I mean, obviously, Damian butts heads with his father.
Yeah.
But Dick Grayson as Robin was like a passive aggressive kind of butting heads. I think he thought that Bruce was always too hard on him. Never gave up, but there's a reason that he did that, and now he's a better Nightwing as a result of that.
Got it. If Bruce steps down, is Dick Grayson the best option to become Batman?
At this point, yes, until Damian can replace him.
Yeah. Damian would be the most fun.
He would be the most fun, but he would also be even more cruel, I think, than his father.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, your fucking grandfather's Ra's al Ghul.
Right.
So, I mean, he kind of don't give a fuck.
Yep.
But I think Bruce has kind of like ratcheted Damian back a little bit.
In your opinion, who is the best Robin?
Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Always, yeah.
Okay.
Tim Drake, always trying to suck Bruce's dick. And the other one was he was just a maniac. I think Jason Todd being the Red Hood is exactly where a Jason Todd needed to be.
Yeah. Because he was a pain in the ass as Robin.
Yeah.
And not in the fun way like Damian.
Right.
Like
the drug addict route,
right.
Basically taking all the stuff to kind of amp him up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. That is the hidden gem, the sequel.
The sequel.
So what you can do is you can go back, watch the first one, and then watch this one.
There you go.
Back to back, as they call it. But what's back to back is a hidden gem and agree to disagree. So this is where we educate everyone, Adrian. We let you guys know that it's okay to have a difference of opinions. You don't have to fight like they do on the Avengers set. We don't have to do that. We don't have to go online and say it's wrong and you don't know nothing. You know nothing about nothing. But what you do have to do is sit there and fucking watch us because you're here, right? So anyways, I'm going to throw out, I got a handful. I got about 8 or 9. We'll see. Sometimes I add them as we go.
Sure.
These are my opinions as of today. Some of them will be predictions. So we, earlier we played a little like, if you were a betting man. So we'll do some of that here too. And then we'll give you our opinions and then you guys will get upset in the comments and then we'll just laugh about it and fucking go home. Like I said, unlike the big name actors in Avengers Doomsday, I don't get upset, right? Your jokes or your comments or whatever the fuck you say. So that being said, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We haven't done this in a while.
Let's fucking go.
There we go. All right. So agree to disagree. Number 1, this is an opinion here. Despite winning at the box office, Superman is not the best comic book movie of the year. It's actually Fantastic Four First Steps by an RCH.
It's RCH.
You'll have to go on other stuff to find that one out. By a little bit, by a smidget.
Despite it's not the number 1, I would agree with that.
Okay. Number 2, this is a prediction. Sadie Sink will be playing Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. The greatest show of all time, Adrian, is still The Sopranos. It's not Ozark. It's not Breaking Bad. It's not fucking Game of Thrones. It's not Dexter, Lost. None of that bullshit. It's the motherfucking Sopranos.
I didn't see it, so I cannot agree.
Okay, so you disagree.
I disagree.
Spider-Man Brand New Day will be the best MCU Spider-Man movie. It's a prediction.
I would agree with that.
It will top even No Way Home.
Because they do have a tendency to improve upon, unlike DC, who like steps back in its own shit every once in a while.
You don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
Because if you're stepping in your own shit, that means you shit somewhere where you're walking, number 1. Unless you're stepping in the toilet, which I don't eat a lot of. Anyways.
Now, Gunn is going in the right direction.
Yes, 100%.
He's got forward momentum. Mm-hmm. Maybe he won't step back, but
correct.
We shall see.
We shall see sooner than later.
Yep.
Next up, Fantastic Four, first steps eclipsing $500 million at the worldwide box office. I say is a success for Marvel.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, obviously, it's not a billion. People are like, you're Glaze and you're... No, I'm not. No. I think, would they want it to have done more? Yes.
Sure.
But I don't think that's a failure. I think it's, as you said with Gunn, it's a step in the right direction. Eternals, you always know I gotta get one, dude.
Any opportunity to shit on the Eternals.
The Eternals is worse than Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie.
I agree.
That fucking movie. And so this is a little... I guess a preview of other stuff. We are going to look at the rotten movies of, so we talk about Rotten Tomatoes a lot. Yeah. They should sponsor us.
They should.
Yes. Send us some tomatoes, maybe.
No,
some money, some greenbacks. But they have a label for movies under a certain score that's called rotten. I think it's maybe under 50% or something. It's considered rotten.
Okay.
So Rotten Tomato, get it?
Yeah.
And Eternals was the first rotten movie that the MCU put out. So it ain't just us, bro.
Can't be. Oh, the MCU.
The MCU,
oh,
yeah.
Got it.
So it's not just us. When people are like, how could you say it's bad? Bro, most people think it's fucking bad, right? Which you don't have to agree, but don't be shocked at the fact that most people think it fucking sucks.
Right.
Because when things fucking suck, I usually think they fucking suck.
Yeah, most people that think they're a 10 are not a 10. Just saying.
Just saying. All right. Margot Robbie was an amazing Harley Quinn, but she should not return as Harley Quinn in the DCU.
I would agree. I would like to see her back.
Okay.
But she doesn't have to return.
Okay. People are making too much out of this Doomsday set drama. Someone made a comment. Someone got upset. Someone got into a little spat. If that doesn't happen once a week, are you even living?
Oh my God, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, who cares? And then last but not least, Adrian, Only Comics is the only, not even comic, the only podcast you need to be fucking watching.
That and anything about, I don't want to go there. Yes, I agree.
Yes, all right. Well, there you have it. That is the show this week. Let's go to our wide. Yeah, why not? There we are. You can see the table. You see the claws didn't even come out today. Adrian, can you believe that?
No.
Not today. Nobody pissed me off enough. But Adrian, appreciate you coming out. Appreciate the double feature here. You know, double wide up in here. You're getting double banged, or double night winged.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, but Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go to onlycomicsmerch.com. Get some of this cool merch. Also, we got the Amazon storefront. We get all about 4 cents if you buy something through there. So if you want to send us 4 cents, have at it. But stay tuned. Don't miss the live this Friday in or around 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be on there. And you never know, dude. I might bring you on live. That was the best part, was just chopping up with some people that because it's one thing to read the comment, and go back and forth that way, but to get somebody on live and just shoot the shit, as they say. Where does that saying come from?
I don't know.
Did someone literally shoot someone else's shit?
I don't think so.
We'll have to find out. I'll do the work. I'll find out for all of us. But guys, thanks for checking us out. Don't miss other stuff this Wednesday, and you know where to find us every week right here on Only Comics. We'll see you next week.
Peace.